It's fine. Um,
Hello, everyone.
hello.
How are you
Hello.
doing
How's it
today?
going?
I'm good.
We
I'm good.
we are now on screen discussing the brackets.
Oh, hello there.
Oh yes, sir. I'm just gonna have to fix something real quick while we are live, cause casting and production not as easy as it seems. Okay, let me just try to fix this.
It seems like our pictures are covering.
No, it wasn't. It's the way I did this. So it's here. It's Alt. The correct shortcut was Alt to hide this. So now we can just do it easier like this. And we should be able to get something real quick done. That is gonna allow the
Oh,
viewers.
we see a nice little bracket showing up.
Yes, it is gonna allow the viewers to actually be able to see this. I can even something not that fancy, but that it's gonna work.
Mhm.
Just to say
So,
that this is a bracket. Yes, Dylano, run us through.
which teams are we looking out for today? Because there's a few quite scary teams. There's a few teams that have dipped right before the tourney started, which is a shame. But the overall quality of the game should still be really high.
Yes, it should. We should have some really good balanced games. No stomps, at least for a while, I'd say. And some really high tier players, I'd say. Well, what about you, Kidpan? What do you think? Um, Kidpan?
You are muted, Kitan.
Oh yeah. Sorry about that.
It
I was
happens.
saying that considering that this tourney only has 16 teams, I'm pretty sure that the quality of the match is gonna be higher than the last tourney, and we can expect to see some really intense actions right from the first few matches.
So, which teams are you all personally looking out for? Because I definitely have some people I expect to do really, really well this time around.
Surely Alex, Balu, and Lama still the favorite to win the tourney, considering skill, how high skill rated they are, and the fact that they won the last tourney as well. So I think that's the team I would be looking for to win this tourney. What about you guys?
Yeah, of course, you said it perfectly. Alex Balu, definitely the team to look out for. But I also want to give some attention to the Blad team because they have Kekle, Kitsune, and Venom Yami, which are three of the best players Europe currently has to offer, and they have also played together a lot of times. So you can definitely expect some teamwork and some individual competency coming from their team. What
Yeah,
about you, Karma?
for sure. And another team I'm looking out for is we're gonna get some recent picks here. I'm looking out for team hashtag FFFFFF, which I'm gonna be calling them from here on out Team Black. Because they actually screamed against Balu, Alex and Llama team, and they even won one of their screams 5-0.
Oh,
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so I was discussing this with Peels before the stream started, and he did tell me that they won 5-0 against Balu, Llama, Alex on a stream, but then they did start learning how to deal with them and how to deal with their comp, and then the game started being more balanced. But if these two teams can face off, it's definitely going to be interesting to watch.
That's definitely a match I want to see. For some context for the viewers, last tourney, Alex Balu and Lama won the
Oh,
entire tourney without dropping a single game.
no,
So that's
they did
important to
drop
note.
one. They did drop one against Adismatic
Oh,
team.
they dropped one game?
Yeah,
they
they
did.
dropped one games again Luna
They dropped
Goli.
two.
Oh, they dropped two.
They dropped
Oh, in
two?
the
No,
finals then.
no, they just dropped one, I think.
Was it in the group stage? Because
No, it's only.
they dropped two in finals, right? Against Adi Domestic on Luna Goalie.
I think they only dropped one against Adimestic on Luna Goli.
Huh.
Well,
Well,
anyway, they
before finals?
only dropped one or two games the whole tournament.
Yes.
So
They didn't drop a single set. They got out of there through winners. And I'm wondering if they're going to be able to pull off the same again, because there's definitely some strong contenders.
And yeah, getting information that yes, they did drop one, and Kido is right.
Yes. Thank you,
They only
Kitpan, for
dropped one,
clearing that up.
but it was
yeah,
close. It was
yes,
close.
very close.
We all
I
remember
guess
that.
Yes, I guess they were surprised with the Luna goalie pick, and to be honest, Adimestic played that very well.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah, they
Animestic
did.
had a very strong showing during that tourney in general.
So, which match are we gonna be spectating first?
Okay, I actually just got a code. I am
Mm-hmm.
queuing us up to join a spectator,
Oh,
and I think it's actually gonna be Valo.
oh, it is going to be Valu.
Now we're just gonna have to wait. We are queuing, so as soon as they are ready, we are also ready, and we are gonna be getting in on our first game of the day.
Yeah. So, which team is Valu's team getting up against?
You can just see in the bracket.
That's the Bum Boys.
Oh,
Any idea
interesting.
of the players in this team?
No, I actually have no idea. I don't think we have seen them. I don't think I've run through their team in our post stream review, have we, Dylano?
No, I don't think we've seen these players before, but maybe they'll put up some trump card because they are bound to be scary.
Yes, absolutely. And there's another thing that's quite pity for this tournament since it was a bit short notice. Many good players weren't able to participate, and I think we're missing like a very of some of the like the most notable names in the tournament. For example, like I think Connax is also not playing, right?
Yeah, he is
And
not.
yeah, and the likes of some others Omega players are missing as well. That's quite unfortunate for us for this tourney.
It is, but this tournament's goal is just to put the community together, and have some good matches. Have people to actually, play it seriously instead of just solo queuing or going screams, because we've watched some screams, we've all played screams. We know we just go there and spend half of the game joking around, so the practice is not that good. So it's also to get some attention to Europe, because if we start getting community events like this, and if people start to play on them, then we are going to be able, to get more attention and to get ourselves out there in a tournament format, which is known globally as to be the most, formal format to, put professional play into play and to actually show off the skills of the European players.
Yeah, definitely. And especially the European community has been very close together. Pretty much everyone at the higher elos knows each other and kind of knows how everyone plays as well. So it's like a very close community as such, and also a very strong community because of that. So it's definitely a great chance to show the world what they're capable of right now.
It is, and as you said, being a really close community, it just means that we're gonna take the level up a step, because every time someone misplays or makes a mistake, the enemy that you talk with regularly is just gonna tell you you did a mistake there, you can do that to avoid it. We are just mutually improving ourselves with the help of the others, because that's such a close community. So I'm looking forward to see how this level of play is gonna come in when the teams form them themselves. It's not up to matchmaking, and I want to see the level of these players here and see how they fight. What about you, Kidpan?
Yes, absolutely. I think that the community of Omega Strikers in EU is very close, and like you said, everybody knows each other, and we keep improve ourselves mutually. And I think that this will also add like the intensity to our matches, since everybody knows how the other player plays, and they will surely think of something to counter their calm team or the playstyle. And we should really looking forward to having very good matches tonight.
Yeah, for sure. And
For
I just
sure.
got the information that the game is gonna start to be queued at May 2030, or depending on where in Europe you are, at 2130. But let's just say at CEST 2130, which is 1 minute from now. So in 1 minute from now, we are gonna be up on our first game, which is Alex Palulama team.
Yes. So what do we know about these players beforehand? Like, what are their specialties?
Okay, I don't want to say this is a specialty, but Alex has a really good double forward.
Yo, what if we saw the double forward? I think that would be incredibly sick.
Okay, so here's the thing about Alex Valderrama. Both Alex and Balu have gotten to Omega on 2 accounts playing different roles. So if they don't feel like playing any role, they can just say, hey yo, let's swap. You know, Alex can just say, hey yo, Balu, go goalie for a bit, I want to play forward.
And that is also part of the strength of those players, because like a player like Balu can play forward, Balu can play midfield, Balu can play goalie. A player like Llama can play forward, can play midfield. A player like Alex, midfield, goalie. They have so many different roles they can play and so many different positions they are scary in. And let's jump right into our first game.
Yes, it seems like
What's the name of this team, please? Just so I can fix the scoreboard.
it's
This
the
is
Bum
the Bum
Boys.
Boys.
The
Yes,
Bum Boys?
we have Enbok, Dick Cracker, and Holy Shot. Any
Holy
of these
shit.
names are familiar to you?
Oh yes, they are.
Dick Cracker is in the EG Discord as well, so I find that name quite familiar. But the other two, I've never heard of them, unfortunately.
Right, so let's jump right into game one. Immediately starting off strong, pressuring the core. Trying to
Wait,
get some space in order to contest the orb. And Balu almost picks up the KO there, but us get the orb, so still a winning trade.
Balu
for
is
sure.
on track card this game. Is it something new, or is it something he has done a lot in the past?
I think because Drakkar is currently one of the stronger forwards, he's adapting to the meta, but I don't think he's played it a lot before.
Now you're gonna
So
give in. Let's Alex with a barrage forward, just so he can get the core in play. There's gonna be a holy shot with a clear. The pressure is really there. There's gonna be the vanish missing from Llama. They are both gonna go back to try and keep the core away from Alex's goal. But Paulo with some really good core control.
Yes, and you can also see Balu is looking for those pickups, looking for these orbs, just so he can get his EXP advantage, because Drakkar is by far the strongest champion in the game when he hits level 10. That's not something you want to have.
very true,
And
and I
it's
think
showing.
yes, and I think he'll have a lot of space and time to gain up on XP, because we all know Lamacraft is crazy in controlling the midfield. His movement
sure.
and ability to win core strike is incredible.
Most definitely. And that's combined with the pressure of just Alex from his own goal.
But look at that, and Walk had a really good vanish there, almost forcing a core past Alex. And Holy Shot has been doing a really good job at playing goalie here. Remember, he's holding out against EU's top players for this time already, not letting the core get near him, doing what Kai needs to do when trying to play goalie, which is keep the core away from your own goal.
Ooh, and I love the movement here from Holy Shot around the Broom Pillar. Gets a very close save there. Really well done from Holy Shot.
Yes,
And now they're back
safe
into an
from
open.
Holy Shot.
Can they score this? Oh, nice save from Alex there. The banish on the core, but gets punished for doing so. And now it's Holy Shot against two players.
Holy Shot is really doing God's work right now, and even though they're 1 goal down, I think that the Bum Boys are putting up on a very good performance.
Oh, but that was an unfortunate positioning from Holy Shot there, going out of the goal a bit too much, which caused the core to go in there.
Yeah, he was too overextended close to the barrier, which just allowed for almost the free entire field to push the core into the goal.
This game is definitely a lot closer than I expected it to be, considering this is like the top team to look out for, so a very good show from these players here.
Yeah, but to remember that they are running Rune, a character that hasn't been out for a long time, so their level of mastery in this character has probably not reached the level they have on other strikers. Oh, and look at that, a nasty bounce that only works because we are playing this map. He's able to push the core into Alex's goal.
Very good awareness of the map right there from Mbok. And Mbok has also been showing a very strong rune so far, really nice pillar placements to get the ball forward, and just been denying a lot of pressure from Balu's team here. Balu gets another orb there, almost at his power spike, almost hits level 10. This is not a position you want to be in. It's the KO on deck right? And gets a KO after the invisibility. Very well played from Balu there. And he has hit level 10, which means it's party time.
Yeah, and not really much Holy Shot can do there, unless he had Barrage, but he used it earlier, which means that he would need to actually have Prime Time already, which he does not. So just unfortunately not being able to do anything there to save the core.
And Holy Shot, can we talk about the positioning of this guy? He's constantly moving in and out of where he's supposed to be, constantly threatening something, but it doesn't matter with Drakkar, with his invisibility. winning the strike war against Holy Shots. Very well played.
Now we are 4-1, one goal until Alex Balulama can get onto the next stage, but there's still 1 minute left. There's plenty of time to do a comeback victory and push Alex Balulama down to the loser side of the bracket, something they have never been in. But will they be able to do it, is the question. Oh, there's the KO from Balu.
Very good KO from Balu. Lamacraft putting the ball forward, KO into the goalie. Nice. A good team player there. Lamacraft's perfectly setting up from midfield and Balu getting the KO in order to get a free goal there. Very well played.
It's also worth to note that this is a best of one tournament and there's no ban from both teams. So each team has to be very careful if they don't want to fall down to the lower bracket on their way to the championship final. And also with no bans, this will be very interesting because we all know that some players are very skillful with some specific strikers. For example, Juliet and Drekar. And
yeah, for sure. But now Alex Balulama get onto the next stage. Now we are gonna have to see the second game we are gonna cast, and we already have the code.
Yes, so next up we're gonna see we are going to see Alpha Crab versus Marshmallow and Otters.
We are queuing, we are ready to get into the next match.
So I'm expecting this to be a very close match. Both teams, all of the players are roughly sitting around Omega. We have on Marshmallows and Other side, we have Matthews TV, Cookie66, and Nitron, two of which are Omega players, and we have on Alpha Crab side, we have The Crab, Yara, and Obiona Ruffleby. So Obiona Ruffleby and Yota both have a lot of experience together, both very proficient in their character, but haven't quite reached Omega yet. And The Crab has been a very solid goalie throughout the entirety of the game's lifespan. So I'm very curious as to how that team is going to play out.
Yeah, for sure. And now we are here back with the team. Now let me just fix this for you guys. Let's put here the Alpha Crabs, and then we are gonna put the Marshmallows.
Crab on the trusty Dubu pick, and Obi
Yes,
on his trusty Juno pick.
you love to see the Dubu.
Against Asher, Estelle, and Kai. We also have Asher from Yatta. Yatta is also a very good player, and we all know Asher is very good at stuffing goals in.
Yes,
But
so
this is gonna be a very even match between the two teams.
let's hop right in.
Yes, we are.
Immediately putting the core forward, trying to apply pressure already. Nice save from Crab there. Ooh.
Dylano, I entrust this cast to you.
Yes. What is up? Nice shot from Cookies there. Nice positioning there to catch the ball, bouncing from the wall and immediately shoves it in. Very well played.
Yes, it is, and something fun. Nitron is actually the highest ranked Portuguese player in Omega Strikers right now in Europe, and he's kind of giving me banter for it because I'm also Portuguese. So that is why. Now I'm really looking forward to this game. This looks like it's going to be a really balanced game because these are all players that we all see in higher elo lobbies. And a very bit amount of time, so we can expect a really balanced game to end its first year, and it's gonna be a really good learning experience to see how the Crab is gonna deal with Asher. Something goalies complain a lot of, that she can just brute force her way into a goal. Now we're gonna see how these two goalies, Kai and Dubu, both face an Asher.
So far, Crab has been looking very confident against this Asher though, and as I say that, Cookies uses a stick shot to get a goal on Crab. But the Crab was playing very well before, keeping the Asher away from getting a good shove in and basically avoiding all of those checkmate situations that Asher's known for currently.
I'd say something we should note here is that Nitrun, he's famous for his X plays, and and as I'm talking, it's the third goal already.
Crab, that was a questionable positioning, but it is fine.
Yes, it happens. Still winnable. Everything can happen in this game.
And in Omega Strikers, comebacks are very likely, so
Yes.
everything is still on the table. Especially when you still have an Asher, then the goals can come at any time.
Yes. Ooh,
But
Obi doesn't go for
ooh,
the orb there. Interesting decision. Yara ping-ponging with the goalie and eventually gets a shot in. Very well played there.
Good job
So,
by Obi, catching Kai off the position, knowing he can put a diagonal shot into the lower corner and get the core into the goal. Now, if Krav is like me, his early game is not the best, but once he starts to get into level 6, level 5, then he's gonna be a wall, and it's gonna be hard to get goals in. That's why I know that it's really easy to come back in Omega Strikers, you know? Because
yes.
even if you're down 0-3, there's always a shot to go 2-3, and then you can go into overtime. And into overtime, what counts is your awareness.
Yes, for sure. Overtime, very fast. But let's focus on the match at hand, because Yata gets a very good setup for the wall, uses his right click in order to shove the ball in. Very well played there.
that goal was very much thanks to Obi. He won the strike wars against Estelle,
Mm-hmm.
and that that set up Yata for an easy goal with Asher.
Yes, I think the synergy between Obi and Yara is very good. Obi's playing a very solid midfield right now, not really scoring, but he doesn't have to with an Asher on his team, and Yara is carrying his weight in that regard, making use of every opportunity he gets. And here you're going to see it again. Crab passes the ball, passes it to Obi, sets up for
Oh,
Yara, and he gets the score. See?
That's what we were saying just a little while ago. It has been 1 minute and 13 seconds since it was 3-0, and in that minute and 13 seconds it's been 3 goals already. Now it's 3-3, a really balanced game by the two teams here. It's really interesting to see. And the Crab had a bad early game, but now he's able to deal with the Asher and his team, getting a good midfield from Obi and a good forward synergy from Yara's Asher is playing really well in this middle part.
Ooh, very nice save from Crab there. The Stell Laser is really difficult to block. Good timing
I,
from Netron there, though. And another setup on the goal. Yara shoves it in. Nice assist from Obi there. Obi applying a lot of pressure on the goal, and Yara just being able to finish that situation off.
it's a quadra goal streak already for Yata, and it seems
It,
like the team has found the confidence back.
yeah, and they found their game plan as well. Like, they have a very clear division in role, and it's showing. It's helping them a lot here.
Yes, it is. Now there's gonna be the wall. The core is kept away from Cookies. There's gonna be the diagonal, but Matthias with the last second save is able to get it. There goes the Giga Blast, but it misses the core, and it actually ends up getting into the goal, finishing this game 5-3 in Alpha Crab's favor.
And don't call it a comeback, because they've been here the entire time. Even when down 3-0, they still managed to keep their composure and still managed to win that game. Very well done from Crab's team here. Very good
Yes,
showing.
very well done. Now the bracket is loading up. Oh,
Something
what's
I
happening?
I I
Oh,
wanted to say in the match but that didn't get the time is that the fact that Nidran is very famous for his axe, right? And Cookie is actually more of a Juliet player. To be honest, I've never seen him play Asher, at least with me and in my games. So that's maybe explain that somewhat he still missed some of the scoring chances with Asher. But other than that, the team seems solid enough to go into the loser bracket, and I think they can go very far in this 20.
yes, they can. And as we saw, that was a really balanced match. There were the players that you are used to seeing in higher ills, you know, high challenger lobbies, omega lobbies, and they showed us why. They had some really good synergy between each other, some good midfield between the players, and you could just see what makes a difference between those teams. Like, we had a good midfield on a Juno. You saw the separation of the roles perfectly planned out there. They trusted Crab, so they wouldn't fall back that much, which would put them at a disadvantage on the offense. So that just allowed them to play their roles perfectly.
And Crab is a fortress. He is unpenetrable. Like even with those mistakes in the first half, he managed to regain his composure and managed to become an unstoppable wall. They didn't get any goals in after the first three mistakes. And those mistakes are bound to happen. Playing goalie is a very stressful, very difficult role, and especially at the lower levels, you don't have a lot of movement speed to be able to catch every ball. So it takes some time to get going.
Yes, it does. Now I am queuing for our next game, which is gonna be Remove Asher versus O2 Esports.
And
Oh,
who are the
interesting.
players in the two teams?
Yes, so on O2 Esports side, we have Hikari, Tiganess, and Light Punch. And on Remove Asher's side, we have Trix69, XD, and Gonzo. So, what do we know about these players before jumping into the game?
Trick
Trick,
is Kai main.
Yes,
Trick,
Trick, goalie
69,
player.
and Gonzo, they are all challengers players.
Mm-hmm.
And the other team, we know that most of them are diamonds and also challengers as well. So this is gonna be another close match.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's what we're all here to see. We're all here to see some good heated matches that are gonna get our blood pumping through our veins.
And we've definitely been seeing some very good matches before. Like first match, basically the top team being held their ground against, and the second match, a very good comeback from the Crabs team. So I'm wondering if we're gonna see such high quality again this time around. And honestly, I'm not doubting it too much. I have high hopes for this match.
And we are actually gonna watch another one that I just got a message because they're having trouble contacting the team captain of O2 Esports right now. And I got a message from Balu saying they were gonna play against Kekle right now. And
Oh,
it's gonna
interesting.
be Alex Paloma against Play.
So that's definitely going to be an interesting match. So these two teams are two of the top contenders to win the tournament right now. We've seen Alex, Abalo, and Lama's team already, but we haven't spoken about Team Blah yet. So Team Blah has Kekle, of course, has Kitsune, and has Venom Yami, three of the best players Europe has to offer.
Yes, it surely is. And this match is gonna be very, very close. And is it an overstatement to say that this will be the early final of the tourney?
It wouldn't surprise me, honestly. I'm expecting this to be a very dynamic, very close match.
I mean, it's you because you have Kekle, which people know as a really good goalie. He's in a race with Lynx to try and get top one world, and they are going at it with a good grind. So we're gonna be seeing probably the two best goalies in EU, Alex and Kekle, facing each other.
For sure. And also, some of the best forwards Europe has to offer, because Kitsune is a very strong all-round player. I think Kitsune mostly specializes in midfields, but don't fully quote me on that. And Venom Yami, mostly known for their era play, but also just very good at most other characters, like Drakkar, for example.
Yeah, he is. So basically, you are putting two good midfielders together. But since
Mhm.
Venom has a really good flexibility by playing the Drakkar, which he has been practicing, it's really gonna be come well with Kitsune's ability to midfield on almost every character.
Yup, for sure.
Kidpan,
I
what do you
would,
think about these guys, their
yes,
playstyles?
I would say that at this point, Venom will probably consider Dracar his first pick, rather than Era, because Dracar is just a busted champion in this patch, and Venom, we all know that he's really skillful with the champion. And about Kekle, surely the second best goalie in EU at the moment. Kitsune, very, very all-round player, and but Kitsune is most famous for his Estelle, very good, and also can do Aimi or Juno as well. So that's a very, very good team to put together.
Yeah, for sure. And keep in mind, we don't have bans during these matches, meaning that we're going to be able to see all of these players on their desired pick.
Yeah, for sure. So that's just gonna mean that we're gonna see them play to their utmost potential.
Hmm. This should be a very interesting match.
It will,
So,
and yeah, sorry.
yeah, in the meantime, while waiting, can we talk a bit about the current meta right now? Because there's a lot of ongoing meta shifts right now, and the meta is in a very interesting spot.
Yes, I think the meta is witnessing some very cool changes lately.
Hmm.
So at first we can see that recently Juliet has not been who she were a few weeks ago, right?
Hmm.
a must-pick champion, very, very strong. But now, with the nerf in trainings and the nerf on Juliet herself, Drekka seems to be the best striker at the moment. What do you guys think?
Yeah, for sure. I'm a big believer of Amy. I think she's very difficult to guard against and has a lot of control over the field in general, which is currently also what's very strong in this game.
Yes, it is now. Team 1 is gonna be Alex Balulama, and Team
Mhm.
2 is gonna be Blay.
Yeah, so again, we're seeing the Rune on Lamacraft, which we've seen in the previous game. Rune, also a new character, has a lot of potential in this game, and Lamacraft is currently known as probably the best Rune in Europe. So I'm wondering if we can see some very good plays from this. And Kitsune is also on the Rune right now, so this is bound to be a great match.
It
And watch
is.
closely. Venom is on Asher, a
Ooh,
pick that she's not. He's not very confident with.
well, Venom immediately getting a good shot in, has enough space to get the orb there, which is going to cause a small advantage there. But Bala's team, as he regains control over the core and immediately gets a goal. Wow. Wins the strike war there from Kekle, something that's very rare to happen.
It's something that's bad about Kai. I mean, you played Atlas and Dubu. I think I played Kai more than you.
Oh, for sure.
That's something I think I can say is that Kai early game is really bad if you bait out his cooldowns. Like, you saw that
Oof.
Kai used Barrage, and then Balu waited for that chance to get the opening onto the score.
Mm-hmm. Kekle doing a very good job here to support the midfield there, something we don't really see most Kai players do, which really distinguishes Kekle from the rest. Oh, nice shot, then
What
Venom,
a
and he
start.
gets it. KOs the goalie as well. And
What
KOs on Kai are really big, because first of all, of course, it's a KO, you get more XP, and second of all, most guys run stacks on stacks.
And Alex is running stacks on stacks right now, as you can see from the score, but then you did see that now his stacks just got reset.
Yeah, so that's going to cost a lot of movement speed, which is especially costly in the early game.
huge KO on Balu.
Ooh,
Is
nice
this
pass from Venom there into Kitsune, using the pillar to cancel out. Wow, that was very
Unfortunately,
impressive.
Alex missed the barrage there onto Venom, which just allowed him to get the time to pass it on to Kitsune to start and just strike it into the goal. And something that I'm really enjoying seeing is that Rune is a really versatile character. Rune can play offense, can play midfield, and can even play goalie if you need him to. And putting Kitsune, a really flexible player on a versatile character, is bound to give us something good.
Yes, Kitsune is literally going to be doing, or going to be able to do everything in this game, and it's showing because he's perfectly supporting Venom, who gets 3 openings basically from that midfield.
seems like Balu's team will need to support Alex more in defending against Asher because 1v1, most goalies don't have a chance against good Asher.
Yep. Especially Kai, who has a relatively small strike box for a goalie compared to characters like Dubu.
Dubu also has a stun to help him in some situation, but Kai, he doesn't have that.
And Dubu has a wall as well, just to stop the offense in its place and force the enemy team to get another offense, probably from the other side of the map. And even Dubu's role out there could be useful against the Asher, because Sky is missing those creations. Sky is missing the ability to just say to Asher no. But that's probably gonna change out once we get into late game. But until then, Alex Balulama need to score. Oh, that was so close.
Amazing save from Alex there. And Kekle's team still in complete control of this match, constantly having control over the core. But as I'm saying this, Balu gets 1 opening, makes perfect use of his opening, and gets a 2-3 for his team.
And there it
The
is that I
way
was talking about. In those 2 minutes, they needed to at least get it down to a 1-goal difference so that they wouldn't lose in a timeout. So now there's still a chance the game can go either way. You can see Alex Balulama are starting to get adapted to the enemy's playstyles.
that's a KO
And
onto
they
Kitsune.
also get a KO on Kitsune here, which gives them a numbers advantage, something we haven't seen a lot from Balu's side this game. So maybe the tides are turning right now.
But Balu is also very low and they can look to KO him. And just,
And
as
they
I
do.
just said,
Nice KO there.
this could be a stuff. Good clear from Alex though.
It's clear from Alex there, but it doesn't matter against Asher. And again, the stacks reset. Another KO, another goal.
I have to say Venom is showing incredible performance on Asher. Considering a few weeks ago, the way he played Asher, it was not this good. But this time he showed us a whole different Asher.
For sure, Venom definitely the star player of this game has been getting so many openings here. Been just able to play his game.
Yes, he is,
Ooh,
but
very good
now
dash there to get away from the KO. Nice KO there on Rune. Are they going to be able to get anything off this opening? Oh,
It's
nice
a
shot
double
from
kill,
Kekle there.
and
And they KO everyone. Very
it's
well played from Kekle's team. And I think this is quite the upset.
it is. No one was expecting Alex Lama to drop a game. They were expecting them to go into winners finals without
but let
dropping.
yes, but let's
Yeah,
be honest. If they were to drop a game, it would be against this team.
for sure. As we said before, Blah, definitely the other team to look out for so far. Three very scary players with a lot of synergy together. And it really showed that game, right? Because Kitsune was constantly setting up for Venom in order to get his shots in. And it worked. They got a very quick match going. Got a lot of they didn't even get that many opportunities. They just made very good use of their opportunities and they got a lot of space.
Yes, exactly. They did very well in converting their chances into goals. And one thing I want to note here is that it's almost a mirror match with Balu playing Drekar and Venom playing Asher. So technically, we would think that the Balu's team would have more kill pressure, but actually in the game, Venom's team actually managed to KO many more than Balu's team, and that's just
Mhm.
show how efficient they are on their strikers.
And we're just
Yeah,
waiting
for
for round 2 to get done with. We already have the next few matches. We're just waiting for one of them to be finished, then we can head into our arena semifinals. Which the first game is gonna be Remove Asher against Blair that funnily enough played Asher.
oh,
What do you
that's
think about
quite
that?
funny. I think that is quite funny.
Yes,
But hey,
it is. Now, guys, give me a rundown on Venom's Asher and what you guys thought about it here.
so Venom's Asher has shown a lot of pressure this game. Like not even in terms of scoring potential only, but also in terms of kill pressure on the midfield. Because one thing Asher is well, Asher's mostly known for her scoring potential, but you can see the versatility of the character there with those KOs. And also with the support from Rune there, that made it way easier to get in a position for her where she could apply her pressure properly. So Venom making perfect use of the space provided by Kitsune and being able to convert off those openings while also establishing a level lead by picking up KOs on midfield. So I think Venom had a very strong showing.
Yes, for
Yes.
sure. Now, Kitpen, now give us your opinion. You are new here. I haven't casted with you before. So, give us your knowledge. Give us your Luna perspective on the things.
Well, Luna is how to say a very fun champion to play, fun striker to play, and it's worth noting that Luna has three abilities and they are all heavy hits. This could mean tremendous in contributing to kill pressure, and if Luna is played correctly, she's a real threat to any team. But again, Luna is quite a selfish striker, and she doesn't really help much in the overall match, and so will not be a favorite pick in this 20, in my opinion.
Interesting. What do you think about that, Karma?
I mean, the fact that it's all heavy hits, she's gonna benefit a lot from the augments that, increase the amount of damage you do with heavy hits.
For
And
sure.
as a goalie, you don't want to get a Luna combination. That's just gonna kill you. How many times have you died to a Luna rocket without even knowing?
Yeah, way
Yes,
too many times. I don't
very
even want to
true.
count.
But surely Luna is very mobile. But if she got tagged by someone, for example, a Juliet or a Drakkar, she would have a really bad time in that game.
For sure, because she's a very frail character without many escape options. Of course, she does have the dash and she can throw the nuke on herself. But besides that, she is a very frail character who is mostly dealing damage from afar, and also just a very small character at that.
Yes, exactly. And the fact that she deals most damage from afar turns her into a goalie pick. Is that right?
Yes, for sure. Even though I tend to disagree with the Luna Golly picks, but we've seen it work before. We've definitely seen some very good plays with Luna Golly, and it has a niche in this game.
Well, of course, Luna goalie is very weak against brawlers, especially like Asher and other brawlers. She doesn't have much to fan herself. Of course, she has her heavy hits, but it's hard. It's very hard to hit those rockets and nukes, and of course, considering you're Luna, they just stuff it in, and you cannot do anything about it.
Yeah, for sure. And if we compare to that to a striker like Kai, a very strong goalie right now, seen in pretty much every game so far. Kai is able to do practically the same things Luna is able to do with a bit less damage, but way more consistency and also way more leniency because of the speed up. So Kai can still apply similar pressure to what Luna does, but it's just a very safe pick and also does better against brawlers because of his movement speed. So it's pretty apparent why Kai is currently being played a lot more than Luna, but Luna definitely has something going for her in certain matchups.
And she's a really good striker to climb with, at least until Plat Diamond. Because if you know how to do a few combos, it's almost a guaranteed goal. If you know how to use your Juggernaut, for example, even in Diamond and Omega and Challenger, you get scored on by Luna that uses the Juggernaut into the core after you bait out your strike, for example.
Yes, as a
Mhm.
Luna main, I very confirm with that. She has a huge combo to score on herself without relying on any team. And but as the ranks gets higher, the goalie gets better, and they just figure out how to counter all Luna plays. And sometimes it still work, but against Kai goalie where they have a barrage that cancel most of Luna combos. To be honest.
Yeah, for sure. Now we are just waiting for our next game to begin. It's gonna be Remove Asher versus Blaine. Let's see if they are gonna play Asher, and if Remove Asher is actually gonna remove Asher from play and get those sweet KOs.
Yes, and unfortunately, with bans not being allowed, the team can't live up to their joke and they can't actually remove Asher from the match. But hey, the second best thing is going for some nasty chaos.
For sure, just target grief the Asher. Target make the Asher not able to play the game and see if Black can actually deal with that and how they will. Any predictions?
Um, I'll be honest, I don't really know what to expect, because I haven't seen a lot from Remove Asher's team, but with the showing Blair has given us during the last match, with the plays they've blessed us with, I'm definitely expecting them to take this home.
We will see
What do
because
you
you
think,
never
Kiddo?
know.
Well, I have the same opinion with you. Of course, we haven't seen much from Remove Asher, but let's hope they have some tricks up their sleeves and we get a good match to watch.
Yes, and I'm definitely hoping to see Llama Craft's rune again this game because that or Kitsune's rune this game because as you said before, Kitsune is a very versatile player, which means that even if we're watching the rune again, we will still get a completely different showing from Kitsune.
Yes, as Rune is a really versatile character. He can play any role, and putting it on the hands of Kitsune. Like, personally, I've never seen them play Rune. It's the first time, and I'm really enjoying it. Because they are playing such a good Rune that he really stays in the shadows. He literally is setting up Venom to get those nasty dash with the strikes and the Asher passive shield just to get the core onto the goal. And last game we said Venom was the MVP of the match
Hmm.
to forgetting all those scores, but we can forget Kitsune that was literally with Rune in the shadows, making the work possible for Venom to do that, keeping Llama and Balu at bay so they couldn't KO Venom. Getting the
Hmm.
core into there because even Kekla as a guy can't get the core always to those corners because it can always be intercepted by the other Kai as well. They have the same tools. So Kitsune did a really good job as, playing for the setup, playing as the puppeteer, controlling the match, and just giving the core to Venom in the previous game.
Yes, exactly. And we all know that Rune is somewhat an artistic striker to play, and putting it in the hand of Kitsune, who is already very famous with Aimi and Estelle setup, is just show his full potential in my opinion.
And it looks like we might be blessed with another rune game from Gonzo here.
Yeah,
So let's see what this artist is going to provide for us.
Gonzo is a closed alpha player, and I know that because he told me that Rune was his favorite.
Yep, for sure.
And who
And
is
during
this Juliet?
pre-alpha, Rune has basically not changed. Rune is in a very similar status to where he previously was. So all of that knowledge carries on as well. So for a player like Kitsune, they've had to learn most of the character when the character actually released in the open beta, because they didn't play in pre-alpha. But a player like Gonzo has a lot more experience.
Oh, but there's also gonna
Ooh,
be
nice
the KO.
banish there to contest the orb, but Kitsune
Nice
gets away
dodge.
there and gets away with the orb.
That's a very good dodge from the Kitsune right there. And now the
And
staff.
Yep, immediately gets the core in a good position and is ready to shove the core in. Very well played there.
We can see that even with 3 players, they cannot do anything against Nasher staff.
Yeah,
For
I
sure.
can definitely hear Trick in the voice call right now saying remove Asher, remove Asher, remove Asher. It's something really common.
Yep, and it looks like Asher is not being removed from this game at all, getting free reign over the forwards. But Trick, very nice weight there,
Yeah,
baiting the opponents in there.
and
Ooh,
there's
nice.
some good clears, you know. Trick and I, when we duo, we have a rule. And it is, if we are against an Asher, keep the card away from Asher.
Yes, and that is what you
definitely.
should be doing, because once Asher gets the core, it's going into the goal, whether you like it or not.
And sorry for missing this information, but who is the hidden name Juliet?
We have no clue.
Um,
It is not Steamero.
Is it? Oh, it may be Steamero.
No, it is not. He just said it's not him. Oh, nice patience and good dodge by Trick there, but Gonzo has his back by just trying to put a pillar there in the corner. If Asher is able to get the core there, and the core is there, and Trick, you can't really blame him here. He's facing a lot of pressure. Kekle barely has to face any pressure in this game. He's almost doing nothing. He's supporting from the backline, just throwing a Giga Blast or two, trying to get a redirect, trying to put some damage in, possibly a KO if they overextend. But this is the extent of the pressure that Kekle has been getting this game. You know, look at him just walking around out of the goalie arc, all happy from his life. And there's gonna be a nasty goal from Kitsune, where the pillar from Gonzo is just gonna disappear. It's not gonna fully form. And Trick, thinking the pillar was about to get solidified, leaves that angle open. And Kitsune does a good job noticing that the pillar didn't get full.
Ooh, good
And
KO. Good KO on
strikes.
Kitsune right there.
that
But can
KO
they
is
make
going
this
to be
count?
huge, because they might finally have some room in midfield. Bleh has had total control over this game so far. Kekle clearing a lot, clearing very confidently, using those edges to get the ball away, while supporting midfield. Venom applying a lot of pressure on forwards, and Kitsune just being there to support every spot possible. They have had complete control over this game.
And look
And
at
it's
the level
showing.
difference. Venom level 8. Juliet just leveled up to level 6. Gonzo still level 5. And Trick is the highest level in the game, level 9. That's how much the core has been into Trick's side. He has that redirect XP because that's all he's been doing all game. The core has always been there.
Ooh, those pillars from Kitsune are amazing. Like, even before that goal happened, you could see the pillar before redirecting into the guy, giving their team more space to move around, more space to reposition, and then the second time actually getting the goal with the pillar there.
Most of this game has only occurred on the other team side, and we haven't seen Kagura do much work. But now he will
Wow.
suffer one.
So this is a complete turnaround from the previous 4 goals where Kekle's team had complete control over the game. Their Gonzo's team looking very dominant on their side of the field and actually using that opportunity to get an immediate goal. Let's see if they can do the same thing again. Immediately applying pressure to the core, getting into their side of the field. They might actually be able to repeat this, but oh, the goal arc was still closed. Well, that was a bit unfortunate.
Oh, there's gonna be the punch missing. There's gonna be the barrage. It slows the game and gives time for Trick's team to get back. Oh, Kitsune is gonna miss a strike. The redirect is not enough. Trick is able to save it. There's gonna be the pillar. It gets away, and Kitsune tried to fake Trick out, but it was not possible. There's gonna be the banish on the Asher. There's the pillar, and it's able to get through the Asher back onto KarmaK. KarmaK strikes it up, Giga Blast gonna miss. There's gonna be the Asher shield trying to kill Juliet, but it's not enough. Again on KarmaK's half, but Gonzo and Juliet are low. They are really almost dying. There's gonna be a pillar, Asher gets the core, but she probably has no cooldown. There's gonna be the barrage from KarmaK, keeping the core into play. On remove Asher team's half. It's gonna go again onto Blaze half. There's gonna be the barrage, the pillar. Kitsune almost succeeded, but Gonzo with a good save. There's gonna be the clear again. Versus the Asher, the corner clear is enough to get it past both forwards. But the core does not leave Trick alone. It's like he has honey and the core is a bee. There's gonna be a way from Venom. Venom is gonna die. He gets taken down. Now Asher did get removed. A beautiful pillar from Kitsune is able to save the core from the goal. But can they score? This Street doing a really good job playing midfield here. But a cheeky rune pillar is gonna lead into a nasty bounce into the goal, putting an end to this game.
But
And
how good
holy,
is
can we
Kitsune
talk
Rune?
about the defense from Trick there? Completely keeping the core away there for a solid minute while being pressured by two of the best forwards in Europe, maybe even the world.
Yes,
Like, those saves have been beautiful so far.
indeed, Trick did so much there, but it's not enough for his team to get a win when his forwards can only manage to score once. But as I've said, just how good is Kitsune Rune right here?
Yeah,
Before
Kitsune's
the last
rune.
goal, she created a pillar that was perfect to save Kekle from a goal, and then managed to set up another pillar to score the final goal.
And that was exactly Kitsune's versatility we had been talking about, because they have been dominating forward, dominating midfield, and even being able to help out in the goalie arc in crucial situations. Like, having a player that is able to fulfill every single role during the match while still being competent in that role and being able to set up for other roles is such a dangerous thing to have on your team.
I am looking at chat right now, and I think we have some informations that Marshmallows and others just took out Alex Balamra from the tournament.
What? That is
How is that
insane.
even possible? Who is that team? Who are in that team? We need to know right now.
That was the team we previously casted. Had Matthews, Cookies, and Nitron there.
Ni-
So that team has had a very strong showing as well against Alpha Crab's team. Unfortunately, couldn't close the game even after being up 3-0. But they've managed to redeem themselves by taking out the number one threat of the entire tournament and maybe even the number one threat in the entire continent. Just such a huge feat to think about.
And just before this tourney begins, we were talking about if Balu's team were gonna drop a game. And indeed they did. And they dropped 2 games actually, and they are now officially out the tournament. Is that something that you could have predicted before this tournament?
I did not expect this at all. I was simply expecting Alex, Balu, and Lama to take this tourney home, but it seems that the waters are getting a lot wilder out here.
Yes, they are,
Well,
and we are now gonna get into our next semifinals of the winners brackets: Alpha Crabs versus Team White.
we have here Cod, an Omega Juno player, and what's special is they have 2 Omega Juno accounts. So bring
Oh,
2 of his accounts to Omega, that's Cod and non-exist. It's the same Juno main you're
and
having
on the
here.
other side, we have Obi, who is also one of the best Juno players in Europe. So let's see what they're going to be able to bring to the table during this game one.
Of course, do not forget Pure. He always has his Pure moment, where he can die all game, but still manage to score 5.
Oh,
Yeah, for
Peels,
sure.
that's
And
gonna be the blink redirect into the snipe, and it's gonna be enough to get it past Crab. Crab not expecting it, not using the double wall there, or else it could have been a different story.
Well, but
yeah, for sure. And those Estelle angles are such difficult to guard against because being able to win basically strike wars from midfield is terrifying. And you're seeing right here how Obi and Yata are playing together again. Like Obi setting up from midfield, Yata preemptively getting a KO on the goalie, managing to shove the core in after. You can just see their team play during this match, just as the last match.
Oh, strike shot from Peels, getting a redirect and getting away from the Asher. Might not seem like much, but it is able to buy enough time for Kot to try and get an offense in. Oh, but Jimray
Oh,
just struck it into Ovi's slime.
that was such a difficult position for Jim Ray though, because Yata was covering the top angle and Obi with the Juno slime was covering the bottom angle. So there was basically no guaranteed clearing spot you could go to. You had to be ready for that slime, and just very well played by Obi there. Obi here trying to contest midfield, loses the cup there and misses out on the orb, which could be very big for their team.
Topu
And
Fortress
now,
comes out. There's a strike shot into a bounce to try and keep the core into play. Really good by Peels with that training strategy. Now there's going to be Cut alone. There's going to be an SD angle. Crab thinks he's going to be able to clear, but Peels with a nice redirect gets the core to go straight into the goal.
What
and
a
that was
pass
such an
from Todd.
amazing play, knowing that Puels was in range to go for the teleport there, passes it down, and Krabs team didn't realize they were in danger there.
No,
And
not even I realized they were in danger. And
wow,
I'm
what?
watching it.
Ooh, very
Ooh,
good jump from God there.
but what a play from Pio. The way he redirect to bait the roll from Crab was incredible, and Cod is
And
there to finish the job. Oh, actually, it's the triple goal for Pio.
and you can already see from Jimray's team how much control over the midfield they have. They like Krabs team basically can't get past the midfield. You have a Kai that is able to pressure it from afar. You have a very good Juno player and a Nestel that also has strike shields, so even more projectiles than usual.
This must be something that they planned right from the start, right? To have this
Yeah, for sure.
team com to really control the midfield.
Hmm.
And Cod, as an Omega player, he is very famous for controlling the midfield with his Juno. But as I just said, he's not that. And can Yata's team take advantage of this?
Oh,
Yes, but
really good
also,
clear by Jimray.
Well, you can never count Jimbray out. He's one of the best up there to offer.
oh, very good defense from Crab there. Now, Yata might have an opening soon. Oh, very good midfield control from God there, setting up for a potential attack. Get a 2v1, but they don't have their abilities up, so they can't make a play there.
Yeah, no cooldowns
Ooh,
means no strikes, but
Wow.
a beautiful pass is gonna do it. Cod is gonna be able to strike it into the goal, giving the advantage 4-2 to Team White.
Todd and Pios are playing this control game so well. They control the midfield, they pass the ball to each other too well to set up the goal. And
for
it will
sure.
seem like they will also be one of the contenders for the championship.
Oh,
Oh, and there you can see the acrobatics from Crab actually coming in clutch there,
Ooh,
but it
the
doesn't
same
matter with
setup. It's the
another
same
pass
setup.
into the teleport.
Yes. This must be something they practice a lot in
Yeah,
stream.
for sure.
The way
This is not something you will see in your average solo queues games. This is peak team play,
yes,
and that was a
exactly.
very good game.
it was, and now we have our finals. It's gonna be Team White against Team Blay.
Interesting.
Now we're gonna have to
So,
wait for a bracket to load up, and while we wait, we'll just have to run down through the bracket on how it's been.
Yes,
yes,
I would
so
also love to see who is still in and who is already out. We already know the Balus team is out, which was a shock, but let's see who else are still in.
still in, we have Remove Asher, of course, and Alpha Crab, which we just saw put up a good show during the semifinals. But in losers, we also have Facteur Lose, Crystal Ox, Marshmallows, and Otters, and O2 Esports. So, are there any scary teams left here? Like, I'm definitely looking out for Marshmallow and Otters because of their earlier showing and their win against Alex, Balu, and Llama. But what other teams are there that we can watch out for?
I'm sorry, I am just in contact with this tournament hoster, and now every game is gonna be a best of three.
Oh, every game is going to be best of three. Okay, very interesting.
Yes. And we are gonna be able to cast all the games that are left. So if there's any team we haven't seen yet, we are gonna have to be able to see them now.
Oh, we are going to see all of the games. That is amazing.
Yes, considering now that the latter stage of the tournament, all the games will be crack, and it will be lovely to watch all of them.
For sure. And in a best of three format, we also get a lot more room for adaptation because the games in Omega Strikers are very dynamic. Like you can see comebacks happening every time, but you can also see games snowball out of control very quickly because of that. And by seeing a best of three scenario, we will be able to get a way better showing of the teams and their team play, what they're capable of, etc., rather than maybe just losing a game to an unfortunate game.
And so now we will got to watch the winner bracket final, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
I'm just waiting to get the
That's
code.
against black team and white team. Who are the players in these two teams again?
Yes, so on White's team we have Jimray, we have Kot, and we have Pules. And on Blast team we have Kitsune, Venom Yami, and Kekle.
Do you think we'll see a Nestle mirror match, or Kitsune will stick to the rune?
I'm expecting the rune this time, again, because we've already seen the versatility of Kitsune's rune and what they're capable of with the character. And I'm thinking that versatility will come into play a lot during this match, while Estelle is a bit more of a linear character.
Yeah, for sure. And now, after speaking with the tournament organizer, even the lower bracket is gonna be best of three right now. All the remaining games are gonna be best of threes, not best of ones. So I am
Ooh, that
now
is
waiting on a code for the winners finals until we can go down to the lower bracket and see who is gonna rise and face the winner of this next match.
For sure. And this is bound to be one of the best matches we have seen so far because Blair, of course, knocking Alex Ballo and Lama into the losers bracket, just steamrolling their way through the winners bracket. And same with FFFFF, who have also just had a very dominant showing for the winners brackets. So I'm very curious as to what they will be able to do against each other.
Also, note that, well, at first, Kitsune wasn't supposed to be in that team with
Oh, there
Kekle and
was?
Venom. Yes, the first roster was supposed to be Lynx, Venom, and Kekle, but
Ah, I
Lynx
see.
pulled out of the tournament, so Kitsune replaced him. And you can see that Kitsune is really popping off today.
So something that's interesting about that dynamic is that Lynx is usually a forward specialist, which means that Venom Yami would have been playing midfield there. But right now we are seeing a complete shift in that, where Venom Yami is mostly playing forward on the Asher we've seen before, and Kitsune is fulfilling the role of playing midfield.
Yes, that's actually a very interesting comment. And I think that, yes, it really happens there. So I watched some of the screams as well. And so Lynx was playing his favorite pick, which was Juliet sitting on enemy goalie, right? And Venom
Yeah.
would be playing Era or Drakkar to support him, to go for chaos, to set up the ball, just as he always do. But now, with Kitsune in the team, you have a flexible midfielder who does all of their work perfectly. So Venom has a new job now as an Asher to stuff in, to score goals, and wait for the setup from Kitsune.
Yes, exactly. The versatility is very nice to see from these players because whereas a player like Lynx is incredibly good, but I mean incredibly good at doing their job, I don't know if they would be able to pull off the same feat on midfield, but a player like Venom has shown a very strong performance on both positions. Like in the earlier tournament, they were playing midfield, and this tournament they are playing forward.
Yeah, for sure. And we are now getting ready to get into our next game, which is gonna be Blair versus Team White. I'm not gonna say FFFFFF. Thank you, but no. Now
Not
we're
today,
just
not today.
waiting for the players to get into a match. We are all ready and good to go. Then we are gonna have to see who is gonna go into the grand finals.
Maybe we will say FFF when they are the grand champion.
Yeah, surely.
Do you
And
expect
we're gonna
any
jump right
change
into the game, and we're
to
gonna
the
see
team
Cot.
form?
We're gonna see Cot's as Juno again with Pios as Estelle. both players being character specialists mostly, which is very strong in a format where bans don't exist. And on the other side, we're going to see the beloved Rune again and Venom's Asher as well. So we're going to see the same teams that we've seen throughout the entire tournament, but I think they will be playing in a very different manner because of the matchup. So let's jump right into it.
Yeah, let's go, and there's gonna be a start. Core hasn't gone into anyone's goalie arc, but now it's on to Jimrace. It's gonna be an easy clear since he has no pressure forward. There's gonna be a beautiful KO by Kitsune, because Caught was too much of a wall hugger right there. There's gonna be a really good clear from Jimray. Kitsune not able to get the speed onto the strike there. It's really close. Venom's gonna win the strike, or he's waiting for cooldowns, so he can force it in. Beautiful pillar from Kitsune. Putting in the pressure. There's gonna be the slime going. The KO from KarmaK with the Giggle Blast was really good. Now Kote is not gonna be able to control it. Jimray is forced to go onto midfield to try and prevent Venom from getting the core.
But this may
Jimray's team is under so much pressure already, even at the start of the game, with Venom's team being able to contest so many orbs, constantly being able to keep control of the core, and also being able to get a lot of KOs in so far. But it also seems that Jimray's team has regained control. Oh, that was a very good shot from Kitsune there. Jimray being caught out of position there, trying to save it with the barrage, but it barely wasn't enough.
Yeah, Jimray missing the strike a little bit. He probably aimed it a little bit lower than he wanted to, making so that the core didn't leave him time to actually fall back and defend against Kitsune.
But what a pillar that was from Kitsune though. The awareness of this player is just, wow. That's what we call a Pio's moment. He has these setups when it's almost, well, you cannot stop those. You just cannot. Even if you're the best or the second best goalie of EV.
When Pios manages to get a proper setup, it's basically checkmate. There's not a lot you can do against it. And especially considering how strong they are at setting up goals from midfield. But right now, Kekla is in complete control over the core. Venom got another KO, is able to shove the core in through a very nice setup from Kekla there.
Again, that comes from the setup of Kitsune. They banished 2 people and then set the pillar to knock Pios out of the match. Set up Enon for an easy goal.
It was a complete play from their team. Kitsune setting up the banish, Kekla setting up the pass, and Venom being able to finish it. But let's not count out Jimray's team here, because they have also been showing a lot of control over the core there. And when they get their openings, they make it happen.
Yes, they do. That was a beautiful slime from God, getting a bit knocked back on Venom, making sure he's not within strike range once he gets to the core. So, making it that he can win that strike core. There's going to be a 2v2 right now. Pios is taken out, Kitsune respawns.
It will be 3v2 for...
Oh, very good base from Jimray there, clearing up while hovering a clear down, which confuses Kitsune's rune, and manages to get the clear there, getting the ball to midfield and keeping control over the core. And now Pios and Kot get the setup. Oh, and the strike shot there into the Judas line.
That was unlucky. Kitsune missed the pillar there, made a redirect the ball against the barrier, making it bounce up into the slime. That was an unfortunate pillar by Kitsune, but these mistakes happen. It's just that you can't make them here. But Jimray is doing a really good job of dealing with Asher. At this point last game, Venom has probably slammed 3 or 4 goals into that. That's going to be a beautiful kill by Jimray. He also uses a strike shot into the snipe. And that's how he does it. He buys the time to stay there on the limit of the snipe by using strike shots to strike the core into the bounce. So when Jimray uses a strike, he can just snipe.
This just shows how good of a player he is, especially with SL. Like, who would have thought to use strike shot on SL? But he had done that a very long time and he has been practicing with it. But now let's get back to our game.
Ooh, that was a really bad bounce from Jimray. That's not what he wanted. That's going to be the really good barrage. It's enough to save him time. Ball is going to get to Venom. But since Jimray is level 10, he gets the prime time, which is able to save him from that bind of getting the Court Venom. Another really good barrage, saving the ball from getting to the Asher. There's going to be the corner clear.
Against all these pressure, Jimray's team are still holding strong.
Yes, they are keeping such good control over the core right now. Jimray holding the wall against such strong offense, while Kot and Pios are able to set up from midfield and getting the KO as well. Give them a little bit of breathing space and they will take all of the oxygen out of the room. They will make a goal right out of every situation.
What a setup and what an angle that shot was. Right into the angle that the ball would bounce straight into the goal. But here's the counter. And Like I said, the setups are unstoppable. Last 20, Pios was casting with us and he was not in the tournament. But this time, he's here to cause chaos.
And honestly, his play is commentating for itself. Like he's showing off a very clean Estelle right now, showing off very clean setups, and just in general, applying a lot of control, applying a lot of pressure, and just making a lot of space for the team.
Yeah, for sure. And do remember, this is the best of 3. So we are
Yes.
now gonna be able to get two
So
more
I'm
matches.
wondering if we're going to see a different character this time around. Because I'm not expecting a character switch from Jimre's team because all of the players there are character specialists. But here you can see Kitsune
Yes,
hovering
you
some
can.
different characters, and Venom might pick the Drakkar as well, which we talked about before the tournament started. That Venom has been grinding Drakkar lately, so I'm interested to see where this is going to be.
And
Kitsune
look,
also being known for their Estelle.
Yes, something like, to be honest, this feels like the comp that they want to play. Like, Venom is superior on Drakkar, and Kitsune is the same on Estelle. They were playing Rune and Asher, and they were doing well, but still, I think these strikers will show the best of them.
Oh,
But
very nice KO from Pulse there,
yeah,
using right click into the dash.
you
And this
wanna
is
say
going to
there's only
give them
one
a lot of
Estelle
space.
today.
oh, there's a almost a good Giga Blast, but not enough damage and Piols into the goalie arc. That's gonna be the clear from Kekle. A Slime from God is not enough since the core speed isn't the highest at the beginning of the game. Now, oh, that was some nice patience by Kekle waiting out the Estelle snipe. That's not something anyone can do in that situation, because you might be desperate to get a clear. Piols is cracked, Venom is gonna get a beautiful KO there, getting the advantage. And look at the snipe.
Oh,
He
wow.
resets the stacks on Jimray and gets the goal.
Yeah,
Look at
and you
how
can
these two
clearly
players.
see the team dynamic here. Kitsune is setting up from midfield, applying pressure on the goalie, and Venom being able to score those goals. Just as we saw in the earlier games on the different champions. And Venom
And
getting
that
another KO on Pules there. Can they get another? Yes, they get a double KO, and now it's free reign over their goal, and they use it to score immediately. Well played by Kitsune there.
And here is when they showed their real strength, in my opinion. When Venom is on his favorite pick Drakkar, he's unstoppable. And considering that Pio's team is very squishy, they will be a good target for this Drakkar.
Yes, and you can see that squishiness very clearly during this match, because even on the lower levels, Drakkar, not known to be that strong of a character at the earlier levels, still being able to pick up a double KO there, and being able to convert off it. Oh, very nice opportunity there from Fuels,
Look
but
at
very
the
nice.
patience from Kekle. If Kekle didn't have that much patience there, it wouldn't have been possible for them to convert it into a goal. He saved the core at the end of the goal line, putting it to his forwards with a beautiful corner clear, making it possible so that Kitsune could take advantage of the fact that Jimray was way too overextended to get the core into the goal.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how
And
will
now
they do
COD has a
this?
nice setup. And oh wow, the team play from these players. COD setting up perfectly for Piols to set up. Piols coming in with the teleport, knowing that the core is going into that direction and being able to finish it off with the right click. The team play is unmatched right now. They've clearly been playing a lot together. And now already getting a lot of pressure on the midfield, getting the core on the other side. But Venom's team countering that very well. They now have complete control.
The car is gonna go into Pure. Scott is almost there. The Venom had a good opportunity. There's probably no shotgun shells available to finish the strike. That's gonna be the ultimate. It doesn't spread to any additional targets, but there's gonna be it. Venom trying to wing a strike, or he misses the strike. It's gonna be into Jimry's space. Oh, look at the bounce. The car almost goes in, but it's not enough. Kekle passes it on to Kitsune. Kitsune almost gets the cheeky redirect after the strike, but it's not possible. They do get the KO onto Code. There's gonna be the save from Kekle, really close to the stealth from Piol is gonna miss the snipe and not get into the goal. Kekle still doing a good job at cleaning up, and a KO onto Jimry and a pass from Kitsune is gonna be enough to get the redirect onto Venom, which gets an open goal to score on. Looking
Venom
like
Yes,
is
a
and
really different
killing.
game.
the
Venom is
KOs are
killing
flying
everyone.
everywhere during these games, constantly playing with a disadvantage there with Pulse's team. Because Venom is just on them right now, trying to secure every possible KO opportunity he can. And here already, Pulse being very low,
Look at the
barely
level
being able to
difference.
dodge being
Yeah,
KO'd.
the level difference is big thing in this game, considering
Oof.
how often they get killed by this deck card. They are heavily behind.
Yeah, for sure. And very nice clear from Jimre there, using the barrage, but their team is not out of the blue yet. A lot of pressure from Venom here.
I would
Still
say
gets a clear. Are they able to convert this into their own attack? They can. Chills barely doesn't get the goal here. We're going back into Jimre's side, gets the KO on Jimre, and is able to score out of it. Very well played from Venom's team.
Venom Drakkar is unreal. I think he must have 10 KOs this game. But Kitsune is the MVP.
We will
With
see. Look, 6
six,
KOs and 4
Kitsune
on
4 from
Kitsune.
that's 10 on total. What a team. And what a comp. But you can see that Kitsune, all the goal scoring and help setting up the kills for Venom, gets the MVP.
For sure. And now we are getting into the third match of our best of 3. And yeah, they're not gonna exchange comps.
Look, we're seeing the exact same comp as the previous match. And not going back to the rune, which honestly I'm a bit sad because I really liked seeing that rune, but that Estelle has also been showing a lot of flashy plays.
Somehow looking at this comp, I just feel like Kegle's team just want to say that we were playing with 2 players not in their favorite striker, and we were still rolling the tournament. Now
And
we'll show our real strength.
and that is such a statement to make. And already at the start of the match, gets complete control over the map, managed to get a double KO in the first 10 seconds of the match. Are they able to convert out of it? No, nice jump from God there to help with saving the core. And they get a KO on Venom there. It completely turns the situation around. And now you have a 2v3 against 2 midfield characters. And it
Wow,
immediately shows how detrimental that can be, because Pios immediately is able to convert it into a goal.
but Jimray played that to perfection. Win the 1v3 and even set up for the KO on Venom. And Pios is there to punish them. You don't score, you will lose.
Oh, and look at that positioning from Jimray there. Knowing he was about to get KO'd, he went into the corner because the corner doesn't allow for KOs. And now their team has control over the core again.
Oh, nice playing
Ooh,
from
ball
Pios,
going
but
into
the
Kekle's
snipes not gonna be enough. But look at that, buying enough time and then Venom killing them. But Kekle not able to save the core, and now it's 2-0 to Team White. And after dominating second game from Blay, will Team White be able to take them down in this third game and get a comeback to get the spot on the grand finals from the winners bracket?
Pio is not having fun anymore, and Venom knows better to focus him right now.
Yeah,
Kill Pio.
and this is looking so different from the previous game. Jimray's team being able to put up a great fight, even if they're constantly getting KO'd. And here, Venom with the ace, very well played there. And this is also such a big play for Venom's team, because getting levels on Drakkar through those KOs is huge for the long run of the game.
Kitsune got KO there, and we thought that was advantage for Pio's team. But Venom immediately answered with the ace. Can never count his Drakkar out.
Amazing play, and again, Kitsune's team getting control over the core. But one opening, you give Pios one opening, and he immediately converts it into a goal.
He dies all game, and he scores all 5.
Yeah.
That was actually a really good line there, because if you do give Piol the chance, you will score all 5 games.
Yes,
5 goals.
and even like as you saw with the second goal, he can even let out a parting shot or something like that.
No, but look at Venom's level. He is level 9, while the others are level 6. Oh, there's a nice blink from Piol's escaping the Venom death, but
Nice
it's not
from
enough.
Jim right there. And it's so difficult to be playing at the numbers disadvantage the entire game, but Jimray's team is pulling it off really well, holding their guard against every offense Venom's team is throwing at them. And here, such nice control from them. Are they able to set up for a goal here? No, Kitsune's team regaining control over the core. Got some time to set up something.
Oh, that was close by Kekle.
Still gets a KO. And Venom here is a setup. Gets guarded by Jimray. Wow, incredible defense from Jimray's team.
Jimry is dodging those abilities like he is in the Matrix. You saw that step back, he dodged both the Giga Blast and the snipe from the Estelle there. Being able to save the core after that, just because of that positioning he had. Now there's gonna be... into Jimry again. Look, he has been level 10 for ages now, and his forwards have been level 7 and 8. There's going to be a
Look,
fight between Jimry and the enemy forwards. There's going to be the clears. That's oh, Jimry doing a really good job at
Wow.
passing that 2 by time. And there's going to be
And
the
Jim
offense coming in.
and Jimre is impenetrable right now. The
he's
Kitsune's team is in constant control of the core, constantly trying to score, but Jimre is holding on every single time. And now Jimre's team might actually have an opening soon because the Venom isn't really able to get any KOs in right now because of his cooldowns. Here looks like they're about to get an opportunity here.
Jimbei is really doing God's
Whoa.
work right now, and Cod is once again dead in this matchup. Does it feel
Oh,
the
the
way
patience there. That was
Kekle?
amazing from Jimre.
So we are in a really heavy situation here at this point of the match because it's 30 seconds left. Blair needs to score 1 goal to keep themselves in the game to try and get a victory, and they are able to do
Oh,
it.
Look at the
that
bounce
was
from
so
Venom's shot.
unfortunate.
That was so good. Jimbei didn't expect anything from his widest rim. Like, look at the bounce. It bounced to the left wall and then bounced to the right of the goal.
And let's
Unstoppable
be
from Venom.
and let's be honest, when you hold on for that long, you're bound to crack at a certain point. He held on for
Yes.
longer than his dear life would let him. But caught scoring from the midfield immediately with 18 seconds left on the clock with a 2-goal difference. This is so huge for Piotr's team. Because
But
if Kekle's team doesn't score within 20 seconds, Jimre's team will win the match. And with closed door, that's especially difficult.
if
But
Jimmy
that
keeps
goal,
playing as he has been in this game, it's not going to be easy to score 1 more on him. Because look at this, the same comp that worked for them in the previous game to win it 5-1 hasn't allowed them to score more than 2 goals now. And Piols even gets a last goal in to do a 5-2. And Team White ends up getting the seed for the grand finals from the winners bracket.
Jimbei must be the MVP this game. He does everything, setting up KOs, win 1v3, and saves every ball. This man is phenomenal. And yes, that's the spot in the grand final for Pio's team, and they surely earned that, right?
They did. They did an amazing job there, and Jimry, really the MVP of this match, nothing could get past him. He had some really close calls, but at the end, he managed to win it. Now, our next game is gonna be Facture Loose versus Crystal Ox. I'm gonna try and see if I can get the code for that.
I still want to say something about the last game. Well,
Yeah, go on, you have the
um,
time.
Cod scored one very important goal, but still, I feel like he's somewhat underwhelmed in this matchup, especially in the final. It seems like his impact is clearly much less than Pio's. Of course, he's still helping with the midfield control, but it seems like he is not doing his best today, in my opinion, in controlling the midfield, his blobs and things. He also died a lot today, especially in the final matchup. Of course, against Venom Dracar, it's understandable to die a lot, but still, I think that's too much in this game.
For sure, what did you think about it, Dylano?
Yes. And next game will be between two teams, and they are Crystal
Yes.
Ox and Factor Lose, right?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
that
What
is
do we know
correct.
about these players?
Dylano, that's
I'll
on
be
you.
honest. I'll be honest. I don't know a lot about these players. I know that Captain Ash is a very dangerous forward player in Factor Luce's team, but apart from that, I don't think I've seen any of their names before. So I'm very curious as to what they're going to be bringing to the table today.
Captain Ash is a goalie player, no?
He is, but he
Um,
has gotten a forward arc
Yes,
as of recently.
I've seen that, but I'm pretty sure he will be playing goalie today, since it's
oh,
his main.
he will?
Yes, he got his goalie act to Omega, and then he switched to
Ah, right.
forward.
Because I ran into him today and he was playing forwards, and there he
Yes,
was being very strong on Ashers. So I was kind of expecting the Asher to be coming out again.
but
But
yeah, I think he will be playing goalie in this tournament, and let's see who are his teammates.
Yeah, I just have to wait a bit. We got the code. We are queuing. So we'll get into it in just a bit. Just have to wait. And now, but let's talk about the upset. We saw dominating 5-1 from Bleh onto Team White, but then in the next game, Jimray just plays out of his mind and just keeps the core out of going into his goal more than twice.
Definitely.
We are now here. We have Team 1, which is the Hawks. The Crystal Hawks, even.
Zeromus, Choka, Pikachu, and Nemtali. Any of these names ring any bell to you?
No, I do not.
Yes, for me, same as well. I've never heard or seen these names in rank. Are they some new fighters that we need to count them in for this match?
Oh, I have seen their Dubu, I have seen their goalie, I've played against them once or twice, and they have been a forward in my team, and as well as a goalie in the enemy team. So I am guessing they are a flex player.
So indeed, we're seeing Captain Ash on goalie. And you can immediately see the confidence in their team play already. Asher immediately passing on to the Dubu to get control over the core with their team. Not really setting up for the orb though, and the orb is just up for grabs there. I mean, getting it. Nice Dubu wall there to stop the turret there.
Yeah, that's just the usual play doubles do when Amy puts down the sentry turret. Just press your Tofu Fortress, let the turn shots go by, the core will bounce off your wall, you're fine, you buy yourself time and your team time to reposition, and you save some HP. There's gonna be the KO, there's gonna be the Asher shield, but is it enough? No, Waven can't force it in. Oh, but there's gonna be the redirect from the Era, and the Shrink does it, bounces off the Tofu, which in this case is a bamboo, and gets the core into the goal, giving the lead into Factory Loose, 1-0.
This, I think, will also be a very balanced best of three we are gonna have here, because these teams seems to be on the same level of skill, and we can expect many things from them. And wow, what a shot from Zero Moose right there! The shot placement is pitch perfect.
You a very good placement there, and especially on the lower levels, those corner shots are so hard to get because your movement speed is way lower than it would otherwise be. So getting into those positions is a lot more costly.
Oh, there's
And
gonna be the
there was-
orb into Waven, there's gonna be the sentry turret. Ash is really good on the patience there, trying to clear that. There's gonna be the glitch pop, that's a nice body slam, but look at the patience! The core was half into the goal!
And Captain Ash just being there confidently, clearing the core, being perfectly patient there.
You could
And
see it in
not-
his eyes. He said nothing is going in this goal. I will let it try, but it won't go in, and that's what he did.
Here, Zeronos' team has another opening,
Wow.
but Captain
Okay.
Ash clears nicely to the corner, gets the ball to wave it eventually, and he gets a very nice angle there.
You see, what a dash from him to predict the pass from the Dubu and intercept it perfectly. What
That
a
was
play.
a really good dash by Asher. Waven's really doing God's work there, getting the prediction and onto the corner. But now we are into the 4th round of this match. And it's looking like Captain Ash has the momentum in this one.
Yeah, Ash's team is showing a lot of control over the core this match. And while you would normally think that the other team would have a way stronger midfield control there, but it's not really showing in this game.
I think there was some miscommunication between the left team when Aimee should have passed to Juno when she was very open, but keep ping-ponging with Era.
Oh, but
now-
Era has been taken down. There's
Yeah,
gonna be
they're
the
on Era.
Tofu Fortress coming down. There's gonna be the reacting to the slime. He tries to clear it away, but he can't because it would hit the Juno when she could strike it forward. But he has to clear it to the slime, and there's gonna be the insta redirect from the slime, pushing it into the goal.
And with the dynamic of this game, you can already see Captain Ash being on the max level already had to hold their ground a lot, while Zeramus is also at a very high level. And you can see that in how they are controlling the core. They're applying so much pressure on the goalie and just constantly being a threat to be reckoned with. And here,
Oh,
passes into the corner, sets up the Juno slime in order to be able to redirect from a distance there.
But-
Incredible awareness there from Zeramus.
That's what we call a Dubu moment, right?
yes. I call
Very
those karma
famous.
moments, but it also works for me.
Fast as oh,
Oh,
that was
unfortunate there.
too
There's
careless.
right into the Asher who scores.
And
And
the
they are
questioning
flaming each
Nekar.
other.
They are. It's become personal right now. Look at
Take the
this.
L. Take the
And they
L.
are keeping each other's family hostage right now.
We're
But
about to see a whole different level. Wavend has been turned on. He turned on his monitor, I think.
Shoka Pikachu really needs to be careful with his clear. He already let in 2 goals because of his careless pass.
Yes, he did. Oh, look at that corner clear. It's gonna be enough to keep it away and buy them some time. There's gonna be the Wish Pop getting some
Ooh,
damage into Captain Ash. But Dear Juno is gonna be taken down and Waven tries to get it, but he misses the Asher primary ability. There's gonna be Captain Ash with a clear. It's onto Waven. The rollout is enough to keep it out, but there's gonna be the strike and then the primary just to try and force it in. And it is able to get it there. Dubu could do nothing there, even if he dashed. He will get stunned by the Asher primary and it will cancel out any type of input he would try to do.
For sure. Ooh, very good opportunity from Zerma's team here. Good
many
Doodle
blocks.
to be able to stop the opening, but they still have control over the core. Are they able to get another opening? Nice Juno slime there and the dash to finish it off.
Look at that. Ash can't do anything there. He tried to clear, but he goes into a dash of
All
the Amy
angles
swipe.
recovered.
Yes,
Then there was
really
a slime
heavy
below
hit.
him.
Yes,
And this
there
is
was
looking like
nothing
a
he could
very
do.
close game so far. I don't think we've ever seen this close of a game during the tournament, so
We have not.
definitely
It's the
happy to
first
see
time
this.
it's 4 to 4 here.
Ooh, what
Oh,
a clear
incredible
from Ash.
spacebar there from Captain Ash.
Look,
There, the spacebar being
acrobatics.
able to stop the turret from being a threat. But
But
they're not out of the water yet. They still got a lot of pressure on them.
these two teams, however, they're missing a lot of strikes on the core. It seems like if they manage to strike it better, they may even score more goals here. But now it's the chance.
But why was Shaka Pikachu playing ping pong there? He could have just cleared it to the lower barrier, pushing it
Yes,
into an open side with his forward player. And
very
now the
true.
same thing. Not in that case, but a few plays earlier he would just clear it down. If it was free, that's
Yeah.
gonna be the Toku Fortress coming down, that's gonna be clear into the Juno Slime. See, Captain Ash does it way better of clearing onto the opposite side and clearing onto the corners, which is a really powerful tool for any goalies. And look at
Oh,
that. It's gonna be
Very,
unfortunate, but Wavend is gonna get an open goal just to strike the core into it.
of
very good
course.
positioning from Wave, and they're being able to perfectly capitalize of the little bit of space he had gotten there for themselves.
But just we can already see like the difference, right? Captain Ash, an Omega goalie, he knows how to clear the ball perfectly and not let the enemy have any chance. But
Now they
still,
have a lead.
they have to be careful though. It's a KO in overtime, and that's the stuff.
And that's
Perfect.
such a difficult situation to be in there as any character, really, because Asher's just an immovable object or an unstoppable force. Can be both. At the
But
same time, either way, they're flinging towards you.
Zero
Yeah,
Moose team
they are.
will have things to note after this game. They had the lead. Zero Moose was playing incredibly well, but the goalie gave away 2 easy goals, and that's what they have to change if they want to stay in this tournament.
Definitely. So I'm wondering what we're going to see this game because we might see some different characters, but honestly, I think that they seemed confident enough in their picks, so we might see a rerun of this game.
Yeah, possibly it was a really close game. Now we are still with the Hawks, so I don't need to change it up that much. Just need
Oh,
to
but it looks
change
like we're gonna
this.
see a Kai in this game
Oh,
and a
we are.
Juliet, so a complete switching comp from Captain Ash's team.
And this is the first. Wait, this is the first Amy we have seen in today's cast, right? If I'm not.
Um, yes, I think so. Yeah.
And Juliet as well. I think we oh yeah we did see a hidden name Juliet, right? But
Yes,
Yeah,
we did.
Amy that's the first.
it is. Like Nemtali is being the first IME player we have seen in this cast. They are running the same comp. The only change is that instead of Asher, they are now playing Juliet.
And I love the opening there from Ash's team, using the movement speed in order to get control over the core for their team, passing it towards their teammates. They also get the orb here, which is going to give them a small advantage. But
But these players
oh,
they seem to neglect the op too much.
Yes, I was about to say that as well, because during the last game they didn't really seem to contest the orb too much. They were kind of just grabbing it while they could, but not really playing towards it as an objective. But it's looking like it's going to be slightly different this game.
Look at that
Ooh,
glitch
Very
pop.
nice
what
glitch
a
poke
pop!
there.
What a pop from Amy though. She really earned that goal. But still, yes, the orb is a big problem in the game, and you really want to take every orb as fast as possible. And these teams, they will also have to try to do that in the next few orbs.
Oh, but there's gonna be the aim turn
Oh.
shot, and Captain Ash is gonna let it in. It's 2-0 right now to Crystal Hawks.
Honestly, I'm not so sure about the Kai pick during this match because, as you saw with the Aimi turret, during the last game, Dubu has a perfect counter to that ability. Like, you throw your R out there, but Kai doesn't really seem to have a direct answer to that turret, which means that it's going to remain a constant threat to the game. And especially considering it's one of, if not Aimi's strongest tools. Well, very good clear there from Jokapika. Good wall there to prevent the clear, to prevent the strike. Now Zermas' team is back in control of the core. Getting an opening there, setting up the Aimi turret. Aimi trying to shoot at the goal, but Captain Ash is clearing it very well.
Look at the Captain Ash. He's making full use of those corner bounces, of making it go straight along the walls. That's going to be Wavebrand with a Julie ult, not going to be enough. Captain Ash trying to be patient to see if any ability is going to come out from the enemy team. Tofu Fortress is going to go down. Wave, and there's going to be a really good self-pass into a punch, into a goal. 2-1 right now in favor of Team Hawks in our second game of the best of 3.
Yes, so this is a complete turnaround from the other game, it feels like. Because, well, of course, they're picking different comps, but it also feels like the tides have just turned during this match.
Oh,
But,
there's the dead
Captain Ash
guy.
is dead.
oh,
Ooh,
but they
too
aren't
many
able
blocks.
to score out of the KO there yet. That was well played from Wavehand's team there.
Yeah, they managed to save it. Oh, and there's gonna be the goal. There's gonna be the nasty bounce where the core is just gonna go around the barriers and just slide through Choco Pikachu and into the
Yeah.
goal. 2-2,
That-
another close game.
That was a very careless roll from Choka Pikachu though. He should have been more careful with those rolls because we all know that's Dubu's weakness.
It is.
Yes.
It really is.
Such a committal option. Oh, very nice strike there from Zeramas. They're waiting for the core to get there,
The BM.
anticipating a Captain Ash is clear to make perfect use out of that by giving him the strike of his own. And again, using the movement speed to pass to the rest of their team to get control over the core there. Orb doesn't seem to be contested right now. Who's going to grab it? Peewee gets the orb there. Lots of stuff happening on midfield right now, but Zeramas' team gets an opening, or gets an opportunity here.
And look at that forward pressure by the Hawks.
But does it feel like Waven should have done more in this matchup? As a Juliet against these two strikers, he should be looking for KO.
Yes, I've not been seeing a lot of chaos during this match. I'm wondering what's up with that. But also, Zeramas' team has been playing pretty evasive as well, and been keeping a lot of control around that midfield. And in the middle of the map, it's pretty hard to get clear KOs.
It is, but once the Juno and the Amy go for the orbs, that's just the perfect chance for Juliet to just strike punch them out of the playing fields and getting a really good advantage that's gonna make them more likely to actually score. It's
But
30
I really
seconds
feel
left.
like Waven just wants to save his combos to score goals, not looking for KOs. You can see that he's not actively looking for opportunities to knock people out, but just wander around in front of the enemy goalie.
He's chasing the core a bit too much, but they're still applying a lot of pressure. The team, they're keeping control over the core during this match, so eventually those goals are about to fall. But it seems like with Zeramas' team,
Well,
that was unfortunate.
that was actually very bad from Pikachu.
Yeah, I'm a bit confused on the positioning there, but hey, mistakes happen sometimes. And playing goalie is a difficult role.
his team was having the lead, but now it's gone.
It
Now it's
was.
already
They were
overtime.
almost on the verge of taking game 2 home, but it was not enough.
They might be able to regain this lead here with a very good setup, but Captain Ash clears that very calmly. He's able to reset the situation there, and now their team has pressure on the core.
Captain Ash
Again.
is showing us a really solid end game.
Sure. Whereas he was struggling a bit in the early game, he's showing a very good defense here. And as you said before, Kai struggles in early game.
What a close one.
Oh, very
Wow,
good save from
Ash.
Captain Ash there.
The Kai level 10 is just a whole new power spike, and he's really keeping everything out.
For sure. But
He
Zeramus
is.
is being very scary there. But Captain Ash, again, calmly clearing the setup, being able to hold the fort against such a dominant offense.
And
And
again,
again, the
Choco Pikachu is
mispositioning.
overextending a lot. That's something you usually see around Plat in Diamond, which is the goal is possibly gonna overextend, and then once it gets into endgame and the core speed is this fast, you have no time to actually fix your mistake of positioning.
And
And
which
Captain
training
Ash
system
is
you were
dead.
currently
That's
using?
huge. And the moment Captain Ash is dead, they know they're gonna score. And now he lost all of his stacks. That's gonna be huge.
It
And
is.
could you show the trainings for a second?
Oh, he's not
So,
running stacks.
Oh,
Choco
yes,
Pikachu is
true.
running acrobatics here, like
Super
we've seen many
Surge. He's
times
running
with
Super
Dugu, but...
Surge.
Oh, Super Surge, that's
That's
interesting.
not something you often see
On
a
a Kai.
actual, on a Kai goalie.
Yeah, usually you see stacks on Kai, because Kai is able to prop them very quickly.
He
But
also
the
has
Super Surge seems to be paying off there with how mobile this Kai is being.
Castulas, which also focus on speed.
Oh, so he's very reliant on the space war here.
Yes. But still, he's doing God's work, but his team needs to do something. They need to score. They cannot rely on Choga Pikachu to run around the goal again. They have to score on their own.
Yeah, for sure. Factor Loose are just missing a scoring pressure here. They don't have a scorer. It looks like they have two midfielders, but they have no scoring pressure, while Crystal Hawks have two scorers but no midfielders.
But
The
to be honest,
transition into being able to score is the hardest thing
nice.
about midfield. And here you can see like Ash's team having those scorers showing by using a very well placed shot there to clear to
Still,
get a goal.
it feels like Waven and Peewee, although they seem like a midfielder, they don't seem to have much control of the ball. And then they don't manage to score either, and that's just too quick. The moment they got score, they score immediately back.
And this is looking like a very close game so far, 5-5 into overtime. First to win by 2 wins the match. So I want to see where this is going to go at. Wayfans getting an opening. Nice clear from Choka Pikachu there. Oh, gets the KO on the Juno there. Numbers advantage in overtime is going to be huge because those respawn timers are a lot longer. Gets an opening. Oh, nice clear there. Another chance for a setup and another clear.
But
Pikachu is playing
very fast. Captain Ash is very fast right now. He has one for this
sure. And another opening for Wayfans and another clear. Choka Pikachu is popping off right now, clearing all those nasty shots.
It seems like as long as he doesn't move out of his goal, he's doing very well.
For sure. But Wayfans' team is having constant pressure right now on their goalie, and they're bound to crack at a certain point.
Yes, exactly.
It's only a matter of time now.
Still, I feel like Waven, he's missing too many KO opportunities. I think the KO on Juno was the first KO he has this game, and that's too little for Juliet in this kind of matchup.
Yeah, I definitely agree there, because they're kind of just passing around on midfield, not really getting any big openings. Oh, nice punch there to win the strike war against 2 players at the same time. Very well played for Wayfans.
That's a hexa for him already.
And now, Captain Ash's team is 1 point away from winning the set. Will they be able to make this happen? Uses the barrage there to set up. Zeramus.
Oh, but look, that's the bounce that no one expects. You expect that to almost go directly back, never to go in the direction of your own goal, but that redirect is just enough and makes Factor Lose take game 2 and the series, making them go into the next match.
To be completely honest, I think Captain Ash, of course, they did a very good job in winning this game, but they really need to improve much more if they want to win the next game because the next game will be much harder against much higher rank players, and there's no space for any mistake.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Definitely. And the
Now we're
further
gonna
we're
have
going, yeah.
Marshmallow and others against Zero Two Esports. We're gonna
Now this
need
is
the
the
code.
team that knocked Balu's team out.
It is. Marshmallows is the team that knocked Balu out.
No one expected that.
It was a fellow Portuguese. Let's go.
Also want to say a bit about you can see that this tourney is so much different than the last tourney in terms of the picks, the strikers that are played. Last tourney, every game has a Juliet, like mostly every game, right? Or an Axe, or Drekar, or something like that. That something kills. But this patch, it leads to a whole different team comp. We only seen two Juliets, and we haven't seen any Axe. We have seen their car, of course, it's the strongest. But still, the team, the strikers picks has changed dramatically. Now it becomes more of a control game, right? With strikers that do better at controlling possession and controlling the midfield.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
We are just trying to get the code right now, and we will see if we get it. So we can get on and just breeze through this just real soon because we have 4 more matches prepared. So guys, what do you think about this game? Was it close?
Yes, this was a very close match. One of the first matches to actually go into an even state at overtime, and also going past 5 goals is not something we've seen often.
Yes,
So
indeed.
definitely one of the closer sets today.
Yes, that was definitely a very close match. But still, and what do we expect from this match right here? 02 Esports. Who are they?
So Zero to Esports consists of Hickory, Tigoness, and Light Punch. A few players I'm not too familiar with.
I would say they are all three diamond players
Mhm.
that are also in the Discord group. And
I
so
think you're correct, yeah.
Marshmallow, the other team has Omegas though, right? And they knocked Balu's team out. They
Yeah,
lost their first match though.
Marshmallow, the team that knocked Balu out, has Nitron. I played against him yesterday, and he was so clean. Like he was playing X, but you could see that it was not an sit on goalie X. He was not AFK on the goalie. He was playing midfield and forward at the same time, doing some good commons and some good dashes, trying to predict the where the car would go and trying to get the goalie on the same path as well, just to try and get a guaranteed goal. Because if you get X dashed with the car on the path of the dash and the dash also hits you, you're not going to be able to save it. You're not going to have time unless you put a wall before the dash even happens.
Hmm.
So do we have any predictions for this match?
I'm
I
definitely
would
looking
say
out for Marshmallow and others right now because, of course, they've beaten the big name to beat in this tournament, but also they've showed a very strong showing earlier today on stream against Alpha Crab. So I'm definitely curious as to what they're going to bring to the table this time, especially in a best of 3 setting. So I'm hoping we're going to see Nitron's X. Not too sure whether it's going to happen.
he hasn't played X this tournament as far as we know. And yes, we very look forward to his X in this game.
And now we are gonna get into queue, so we are almost on our next game, and we
And
can
we are
swap
about
out
to
to it.
start.
Yes, we are. I'm gonna fix this in just a bit. It's Ikari, Light Punch, and Taiga as that are the team.
Heat Curry on Rune and Light Punch on Amy. Tiger
Yes.
on Kai. This seems to be a squishy team, and that could be the
And,
Axe from Nitron.
there is the X we've all been hoping to see.
Axe and Asher, just how much kill pressure does this team com have over Rune and Naimi?
They have so much kill pressure, but keep in mind, Rune has a scary amount of kill pressure, even if you might not realize it, because if you get banished while close to the corner, you simply die.
Yes,
Rune can basically combo their pillars into each other to the wall.
yes, very true. Let's get into our match.
Oh, and they immediately get a
Already.
KO on the Rune already. Very good setup from Nitron there. Trying to walk into the orb there. Light Punch is able to get it from the turret. That was a bit funny to see.
Yeah, Taiga, good defense set. Another KO. There's gonna be Nitro getting the knock away. Nitro is gonna miss the strike onto the goal, but there it is, he almost wins the striker. There's gonna be the spinny spin from X.
And Nitron is already applying so much pressure on the field right now, picking up 2 KOs already in a matter of 30 seconds. And here, sitting on the goalie, something this X is known for doing usually.
Wait, I think I'm seeing something like Stinger to on Kai? Yes, it's actually a Stinger on Kai goalie.
Oh, it is? Oh,
If you're
wow,
gonna
that's something I haven't seen before.
Dragon is TTV, take Stinger with him.
if you're gonna face
not-
an X, why not run Stinger, right?
Now let's see if that affects his ability to clear the goal.
But look,
Okay.
X is gonna be taken
Ooh.
down. Look at the damage just from the Stinger. Oh, but it's not enough.
Very
Nitro
good
wins the
strike
strike
there.
war there.
Dragon is really trying his best, but Nitron is there to hit the second ball.
Definitely. And Nitron is showing a very strong X right now, applying a lot of pressure on the field, which allows his team to have free roam on the field. But Taiga is also showing very strong defense at the same time, not being knocked out yet as well, which is also
Great
impressive
clear
against an X.
from Dragon, but can he clear this? He can as well.
Oh, very
A
good
banish
clear
from
there.
Victory.
Gets the orb as well, gets a bit of health, dodges the dash there, and now their team has an opening.
He
Ooh.
wins the strike war again.
He is so dangerous in those strike wars.
He is. I don't remember winning a single strike war against him yesterday.
He is such a scary X, and X is especially scary in strike wars as well because of his ult.
Look at that. There's the KO. Look at the damage on Taiga. He's forced to get out of the goal, but they are not able to capitalize on it. The core is gonna go in. That's a really good Giga Blast to get the core away, or else it would have been a free goal. But look,
Yes, and Tygas, away from his goal, gets
Yes.
knocked away by Nitron, and Nitron shoves it into the goal. Very well played there. And
Life
here you can see how much pressure X is applying on the goal. Like, even if you aren't getting KO'd by an X, you will still have to keep moving around. You still have to reposition, and that provides new openings for their team to be able to get something going.
Light Punch
Nice
is
ult there from
really,
Light Punch, setting up an attack. Isn't able to close it all.
and I feel like Light Punch is really not playing his best today, since his ability is quite off, and they are used quite, let's say, incorrectly.
but look at Taiga actually saving that in that position. That is really hard, but it's gonna be the KO. As soon as the core gets to them, they score, but that is not able to happen, since Sentry Turret is gonna push the core in.
Unfortunate strike there. I should have cleared it downwards there, but mistakes happen sometimes, and they're still having a significant lead right now. But this might be a prime opportunity for Light Punch's team to turn this game around.
But the moment your goalie, oh wait, it's the quadra from Nitron. I feel like Nitron gets to play Axe this game because he feels like he can outperform the opponents. So he choose Axe because normally he didn't play Axe. Wow.
Oh, what
shot
happened
was that?
there?
Look at that accuracy. The goal guys haven't even opened. That was enough just to barely strike the core in there, and Light Punch is able to do it.
It was a very well placed dash there.
That was some
now
accuracy.
Getting a lot closer here. Ooh. Very nice strike there, and also the setup from Cookies there, applying a lot of pressure on the goalie, which eventually leads to the ball getting to Nitron there.
And match 1 going the way of the Marshmallows and others.
Yes. So, I'm definitely happy to have seen the X during this game. We were hoping for it. We got what we wanted, and it paid off.
Yeah, yes it did, and in a what way?
Yeah, a very convincing game from Marshmallows and others there.
And
And we're
we
jumping
are
right
back
into
in.
game two.
Let's see if there are gonna be any changes.
So we're seeing the rune again from Hickory, and Lightbone seems to be going to Juno here.
We do see an X locked up.
Yes, the X again. Bless up.
Juno. Oh,
Oh,
is
and we're
the
seeing the
Estelle.
Estelle from Lightpunch. I was not expecting that. We're seeing the Asher again from Cookies and another Kai pick. So on Macho's team, we basically see a repeat from the last time, but here we have Lightpunch switching to Estelle. So what do we think about this team composition?
I think it still lacks the firepower.
I agree.
Okay, you
So
can divide the team composition in two ways. One, you have the force it in, and in the other one, you have the control the core.
mhm.
But
And here you
force it
see it.
in,
They already managed to force it in.
This is the type of the force it in, right? From Nitron and Asher cookies right there. They want to force it in, and I don't think anyone can stop them from doing that.
okay, so
Sure.
esports comp is really good to stop the kind of force it in playstyle because they have a lot of core control with the Estelle and the rune. But if they can't control the core, they can't keep them away from them. And if they don't keep them away from them, they're just gonna force it in.
Yep.
They are not
There you go.
playing well
There you-
to control the core. Hikari and Light Punch, they're both level 1. They don't pass to each other when there was a chance, and they immediately lose the core control. And when you lose the core control against a force-it-in team, there's not much you can do.
And
There's
with the
not.
brawling potential of Cookies' team, this is going to snowball very quickly.
Oh, look at
Cookies
the
also
look
able
at the
to
damage.
get
There's gonna be the prime memory. There's gonna be the strike, and Cookies is gonna be able to get it in the lower corner. 3-0 right now when not even 40 seconds have gone by. 37 seconds and it's 3 goals in.
is also using the speed orb to their advantage very well. Here, Cookie's getting another opening on the goal. Even with such a close goal, it's still scary to be in that position. Cookie's getting another orb, and you have a very fast Ashen to go up against now, and that's just something you can't really stop.
This just feels like a snowball right now. They're just rolling
Yeah.
Tiger's team, and there's nothing they can do. Both of them are level 2, with the goalie being level 3. Against Cookies, Asher level 7.
Yep, this is a complete snowball right now.
And are we seeing Light Punch going goalie?
We are.
That's-
And look, Taiga had to go play forward. Just to
Yes.
let the Estelle try and regen some HP. That is going to be the dash missing from Nitron. But look at the spin. It's going to be enough. The shield goes into Nitron. And there's the win. They take the series and they get onto the next stage. With a victory 5-0 in, what, 1 minute and 10 seconds?
That was such a fast game there.
True, and it feels like Takanes at last he want to say like, if you can't score the goal, just go out and let me play forward. But still, it was too little, too late. Now, which match are we seeing next?
We are going to see Remove Asher versus the winners of our previous matches. I have gotten the code. We will be queuing, and I'm gonna let them know. I'm gonna let our players know I'm queuing.
You haven't pressed the Q yet.
No, thank you. And there it is. But now it's gonna be Remove Asher versus.
Facteur lose.
Yes. Thank you, Dylano. Now we are gonna see how this is gonna turn out. Factor Lows had a really close match with the previous teams. Remove Asher, we've seen them lose against a team, ironically enough, with Asher. Now let's see how they are gonna face the team of Fracture Loose. See if they are gonna pick Asher against them or not. See if the remove Asher playstyle is gonna stick. And now I wanna see Trick, hold a goal. I wanna see Light Punch hold a goal as well. Both Kai players.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think?
Oh.
Currently, I don't have much of an opinion on this match, but I feel like it's still gonna be a very close one between the two teams. And to be honest, I think the favor is still uh for remove Asher team.
Yeah, I think I agree there. Remove Asher has already shown a pretty strong play earlier during the tournament. But let's not count Factor lose out as well, because um, you could see in the previous game they were able to, especially on defense, hold up very well. So being able to get past the defense is going to be quite the task for Remove Asher.
Yes. And we are still waiting to get into the match right now.
We
Probably
are.
in any second.
Give me just a second. We are waiting for Ash's team to get ready,
Mm-hmm.
and we can get on with another best of three to see who is gonna play for the opportunity to face the finals. Team Blay.
In the meantime, I want to talk a little bit about the knockout of Balu's team and
Go
the
ahead.
fact that they got rolled by an Asher, right? Maybe they didn't expect the last 20 there were bans, and I think their team they always ban Asher because no one on their team actually play Asher. Is that right? So I think they kept that as a perma ban last 20, so they didn't deal with the Asher. But this time they were not prepared for an Asher stuff. And it feels like they got taken aback by that pick, and the Asher just rolled them, even though we didn't expect anything of that to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Now Factorless are ready. We are just gonna wait to get into the game and we can start to go over the picks.
Yeah, so what are you expecting here during this game, Karma?
I mean, I'm expecting both goalies to play Kai.
Awesome.
Now, we have gotten into the match. Look, Gonzo is overing the Asher, but no, he's not gonna do it. Trick is not gonna let him. Now, guys, go over the picks while I update this. Thank you.
Yeah, so again, we're seeing the rune from Gonzo here, which we've previously seen before. We've seen a lot of rune during this tournament, and Gonzo has shown to be very proficient on the character. Again, seeing the Juliet from the Nameless Player, and we're seeing the Kai Gaudy from Trick. On the other side, we see Asher forward again. We see the Kai from Captain Ash, and we see Pee-wee's Era.
But still, we haven't known who is the hidden name Julie. Is that right?
Yes, we still don't know, and I'm wondering who it could be because they've been performing really well so far.
Yeah, they have, and Captain Asher again on Super Surge cast to last Kai, but Trick running the stacks on stacks prime time. I mean, I wonder why Captain Ash doesn't pick prime time on Kai.
And already at the start of the match, you can see Gonzo's team applying a lot of pressure on the Ash. What happened there?
But is that a change in playstyle? Raven now going for KO
It was Gonzo.
actively.
Gonzo put a beautiful pillar there when Wavend tried to kill the Julie. And the pillar
Wow,
was able to get Wavend out, making the score 2 versus 2 and not 2 versus 3 as Team Factorless wanted.
What a
that
pass
is
from
such
Julie.
incredible awareness from Gonzo.
There should be a goal.
Oh, the vanish
Oh,
kind of stopped it
Vanish
as
the
the
there,
vanish.
but
pillar.
But still,
oh, very
perfect.
well played there. Setting up the pillar in order to cramp the goal and giving enough room to be able to shove it in there.
It almost seems like a grief when Gonzo banished the ball, but he still managed to get it in with the the pillar placement.
Yeah, it was a very good conversion there. Oh, nice pillar there to be able to set up another attack for the Nameless Juliet. Sadly not being able to shove it in, but they still keep control over the core. Oh, good banish on the Era, not being able to get
Oh,
a
they
KO
cleared it away
though.
from the Asher, and again, there's gonna be the barrage. Rick is able to win the strike while pillar from Gonzo is gonna be able to keep the car away from Wembend. But there's gonna be the air above, there's gonna be the barrage. Shriek manages to get it past the Asher. Gonzo, what are you gonna do? Or do you have your pillar ready? Oh, you do, but you miss it. There's gonna be the Vince predicts from Wavend, gonna get into the Julie. Trick is gonna distribute the game onto Gonzo. Gonzo level 7, Arrow level 4, that almost looks like a KO, but the pillar disappears in time, not killing Pee-wee. The core really hanging around midfield.
Yeah, not a lot happening for the goalies here right now, but one opening can be the end of it. And Juliet is shown to
Yeah,
get that opening, passes to Gonzo, and Gonzo manages to win the strike war against Captain Ash there.
it
And
was
2-0.
quite a simple goal, to be honest. Juliet plays the combo. She didn't even stuff it in, just put it there, and Gonzo just struck the second ball. There was nothing
So,
Ash can do.
and sometimes that's just
Good
all you
banish.
need with proper team play. Very good banish into the KO there. Also manages to get the orb from Gonzo. Oh. Ooh.
Raven
Pillar
focused
barely
off.
going away because of Waven overlapping with the pillar there. Their
A
team
good
still has
passing
control of
play.
the core. Very
Wow,
well placed pass there from the nameless Juliet.
what a collab play. And Gonzo, the shot placement was very good as well. What a team goal that
For
was.
sure. These players are playing so well together. And
Kiwi and
this,
Waven, they clearly are not expecting plays at this level.
yeah, and that's something I'm kind of missing from Captain Ash's team, where their forwards aren't passing the ball too often, whereas Gonzo's team is looking like a very coordinated team right now. Here they get another scoring opportunity. Don't make it happen there. And now the core is for
Two-man
their
banish.
team again because of that nice
Ooh,
banish from Gonzo.
Captain Ash was really trying his best to keep this in, but will it be enough?
But look at that. Trick is able to keep the core in Gonzo's pillar with the barrage, which makes it so they have enough time to get the core onto Julie. That was putting the pressure in between the enemy goalie and forward just to strike it onto the core. Now they are one goal away for taking away game 1 from this best of 3 series.
For sure, and this has been a very dominant game so far for Gonzo's
True.
team, consistently having control over that midfield, consistently having a level advantage as well. There's just not a lot Captain Ash's team can do here behind this much.
Oh, but look at that.
Oh,
Asher having
Wow.
to play goalie but not being enough, not being able to keep the Juliet away, and game 1 is gonna be taken by remove Asher.
that was quite a snowball and a roll. I mean, I didn't expect anything less from Remove Asher, to be honest. They are a high rank player. They know the team play, they know the passing and the strike wars. They have everything to win this game right here, right now, in this match.
Yes, they do, and I want to see what picks they're gonna do. Okay, now Waven, instead of going the Asher, they go for the Juliet. They apparently ended up removing Asher, but they themselves pick the Asher.
No, they've picked what they've vowed to destroy. Such a terrible sight to see. But honestly, I'm very excited to see the Ashler here because Rune Ashler is a combination we've seen before, and we've seen how much that combination has been able to do. So let's jump into the game right now and see what they're going to be able to make happen.
For sure.
Raven Juliet, we know that she doesn't really go for KOs, but it's especially important to go for KOs against an
Ooh.
Asher.
Almost getting the instant KO there using the banish and the pillar. Such a dangerous combo. Here Trixie is having control over the core again. But pushing up to midfield, are they going to be able to get an opening? Gonzo gets the orb there, it's going to cost a small level advantage. And they're kind of scrambling around midfield here, trying to see if they can force an opening for themselves. And it looks like Gonzo's team has gotten that opening, but they barely don't manage to convert out of it.
Oh, good last by Trick. If they're going to play, Pillar from Gonzo puts it into Captain Ash's goalie arc. Waven is really low. He can be taken down at any moment. He's gonna go for the orb. He feels safer now for sure. There's gonna be the Asher, but Captain Ash with a really good save. He was stepping over the edge of his own goal there. But Asher, can she force it in? No, she cannot, but she can kill
Get
the
the
Kai.
KO.
But that
And she
KO on the
might.
Kai is going to be huge. Also grabbing the goalie orb there to further extend that advantage and uses the ult to get the ball in there.
It just feels like Captain Ash team lost control of the whole field. They don't get control midfield, they can't pressure the goalie, and they can't protect the goalie either.
Mm-hmm.
This
And
can be
here,
a KO right
with the
now.
banish, converting it into a
Ooh,
KO, very well played by the team there. Are they going to be able to capitalize off this KO, passing the ball to Asher there? Asher doesn't get a good lineup though, so isn't able to shove the core in. But here, another chance for Asher here. Barely doesn't get it again, but here, a third chance.
Oh,
Oh, nice save from Captain Ash there, but here, the fourth chance is going to be a goal here.
there's gonna be the slide in with the Asher. She's gonna dash it is gonna hit the course trajectory and it's gonna be able to propel it into the goal. Captain Ash doing some really good saves here. There's gonna be a really good KO by Trick with a Giga Blast. It goes on to Gonzo. Gonzo is gonna vanish Wavent, but it's gonna stay there. Not gonna try and capitalize it. Two Giga Blasts go out. Trix ends up being victorious. There's gonna be the Asher primary forcing the core and almost Captain Ash into the goal. We move Asher with a 3-0 lead right now. They are 2 goals away from taking the series and advancing to a chance to fight our grand finalists from the winner stage.
Especially with this convincing level advantage, it looks like they're going to be able to do so much out of that, getting another opening there. But nice clear there.
But look
Nice
at
clear
that.
from Captain Ash.
Oh,
And Captain Ash has switched to forward again, which we also saw during the last game. I'm not too sure what to think about it, because you're leaving a Juliet hook to the goalie, but it seems to be working out right now. Captain Ash sadly gets KO'd, and that's
What a
a
banish!
goal
What
after
a
a nice
banish from
banish.
Gonzo.
that is what everyone thought when Rune came out. You saw, what if I banish the goalie? But then they nerfed the banish duration inside the goalie arc. But Gonzo, with all his mastery from Rune, because he did play on the closed alpha playtest server, and he was a Rune main there as well, so he knows the timings. He knows how to properly use the banish, and he knows how to do a trick. Still not letting any cards go in, and Asher juking away Wemben there, making it so that he can get a really good line of sight there onto the win.
A
And
very fast best of three we
it
had right
was,
here. And this was not a surprise for all of us, right? We all expect Remove Asher to come up huge on this matchup, and they just exactly did that. They just roll over Captain Ash team. And now, which match are we going next?
So
Marshmallows
we
and
are.
ours against Alpha Crab.
Ooh, that is definitely going to be an interesting match. So
This,
Alpha Crab
yes,
has shown a lot of skill so far. I think this is actually a rerun from Winners Round 1, where Alpha Crab was able to take the game 5-3 over Marshmallows and Otters. Marshmallows and Otters have had a very dominant losers run so far. So I'm gonna see what's we're going to see what's gonna happen in the run back here.
yes, and this will be a very high quality match since most players are all challengers and Omega, and I think we have like 4 more matches left, or three, and they'll all be very high
No, we
quality.
have 4 actually.
Yes,
Oh,
for
we have
because we
four.
have grants as well.
Oh yes, yes, yes. Sorry, I'm very sorry. We have four, and they will all be very high quality matches.
For sure, and since we're getting into the later parts of the tournament, the matches are starting to get more skill capped with more skilled players, that get a better synergy. They play the team game better. And that's gonna be the difference.
Hmm. So what are you expecting out of this match?
Actually, I don't know what to say. They are really good teams.
I would say that um, we all know that Nitron team they have the stuff it in combo, but Crab is also very good on Dubu, and Dubu can counter those stuffs very very well. And so everything is still on the table for both of the teams, and I think it just comes down to whichever forwards manage to score first.
Yeah, definitely. Now we are waiting for Alpha Crabs to get ready and see if they can queue.
Mhm.
So we can get on to the next match.
I'm really looking forward to this match. This was one of the matchups I was hoping to see as well, because both teams being very close in skill, but also both teams being pretty unique. For example, Alpha Crab has Yara and Obi playing together, very good team play, and also Obi being very proficient on Juno and Yata knowing how to play with that. And on the other side, we have, of course, as we have seen before, Nitron's Axe and Cookies being able to play very well together with that. So I'm definitely hoping to see that Axe again.
Yeah, for sure.
I think we'll definitely see the Asher, but the
Hmm.
night one we won't know for sure what he will play. I think it won't be the X pick again, but it would be something like more of a midfield controller when you already have Asher who stuffs it in, then you need
Hmm.
someone to feed him the balls. I think that's what Nitron will be playing, and Yatta, of course, on Asher and Obi on Juno. Juno always feed the ball to Asher, and let's see who can do better at feeding the ball and then stuffing it in. I think it will come down to that in this match.
Yes, and for the X lovers in the chat, Yatta is also pretty scary on X. X being one of his best characters as well, so we might be able to see two X's in one game.
Yes, that's very true. Asher X are his two best strikers. He can do Juliet, but he doesn't like it. But still, we don't know for sure. But I think if it's between Asher and an Ike, it will be Asher, since its stuffing power is just unstoppable at the moment. And we also have to note that this is the patch where Asher has already been nerfed. Like
Mhm.
before, her passive was even crazier. It was like guaranteed goal. Now at least goalies have some chance to clear it out of her passive before it goes in.
Yeah, for sure. It's like down to like half a second, right?
Yes,
Or to
she
one it, yeah,
renews
it's
the
down to half
form.
a second.
Yes, and without that, it'll be like a sure goal whenever Asher has her CDs up. But still,
But that
goalies,
really introduced a lot of a skill level onto the Asher
true, very
play
true.
things, because before you could just spam the skills without giving a care about the shield duration, but now you really have to rotate your skills and use them in a way that you know your shield is going to be up when they force clear the strike through you, so that you know you have your passive shield.
Yes, very true. Especially we all know that Asher CDs is very very high. If you misuse one of it, it's gonna cost you a lot.
Yep, and that also makes the character very explosive because with all of those long cooldowns, you really have to pick your openings well, and you really have to make your plays count. But when you get a chance to go for those type of plays, you will make something happen. So that makes the character very interesting to watch, and I'm curious as to how that dynamic is going to apply to this match.
And we are 4 minutes into the queue. It seems like both team are having some problems regarding the team members, and we hope to jump in as soon as possible into this game.
For sure, we still have some teams waiting for the next matches higher up. So after this, we're gonna have the winner from this match against Remove Asher.
Still, it's already getting late, and by this time, our players must have feel somewhat tired, right? Will
Yeah,
it
for
affect
sure.
their performance though?
I mean, that depends on who is playing. Because I have seen some demon hour people queuing, like 4 or 5 a.m.
Yes, yes, we all know that the gamer moments when they play very late. So this may actually be nothing to them.
And
Some may
those are the
even consider this early.
and those are
Okay,
the extreme conditions in which the champions are born.
yeah, that's for sure. And we almost got into the game, but then someone
Yes,
disconnect. Yes, and now we are hopping right into the game right now. Let's go
Yes,
through the
we
picks.
are.
Same com from Krabs team. Do we expect anything different?
oh, and
That's
there's
the
the
ask.
X.
That's what we are looking for. And then the Asher.
Are they getting another Asher? Oh,
Yes,
Yatta might be going X
yes.
as well. Oh,
Yata
it
is
goes for the
hovering.
Asher.
Still, Jimray also said that when both goalies are good, the team that has Asher has an advantage. So they for sure don't want to pass it out on having an
You,
Asher on the team.
for sure, because no matter how good you are as a goalie, you're not going to be able to stop every Asher attempt, and we'll see how this is going to affect this game. Immediately, Obi is getting started with throwing slimes at the core to be able to control it on midfield. Here, Asher's looking like already have an opening set up. Ooh, Yatta misses the
Yata
ult
missed
there.
his ult. Okay, this is a very
Good
nice from
clear from
Crab.
Crab there. Very calmly done.
It
But
will not be
Cookies might have
easy.
another opening here, with a nice dash from Crab there to secure the clear.
And almost a
This
good
is-
strike by Obi.
This is already looking like a very dynamic game. Both players going at each other, trying to KO each other.
Huge
Nice KO
KO.
from
That's
Yara
huge
there.
KO.
Nice pass to Obi. Obi barely doesn't score, but it doesn't matter because Yata is being able to finish it.
It seems like Obi missed his strike right there. It should have been a corner placement, but instead it went into the middle. But no problem. Yata is there to get it in.
It's very good team play from the both of them. And immediately getting an advantage as well, being able to get the core on their side. Crab clearing it up there, not too sure what to think about that.
Oh,
Neither do I. That was really
I
weird.
think-
He had a free lower side.
yes. I think his train of thought was clear it up and then use the lock to push it in after push it up after Cookie's clear. But Obi passed it down, and it was probably a miscommunication from the two.
Yeah, but those things are bound to happen, you know? And Crab here clearing it down this time, avoiding the setup from Asher. Here, Yata almost has a setup going, gets stuffed
Nice
out,
ult.
Obi gets KO'd. 2 versus 3 right now, but Yata is still keeping control of the core and holds the core enough for Obi to respawn. Obi setting up his line. Yata here. Shot gets blocked by Matthews.
This is pressure. This is pressure.
Nice clear
right
there.
And remember, Crab has acrobatic, so he should deal with this quite easily. But Yata's
Yes.
low and she's dead. Can Obi score this?
No, he does not. And now Cookies gets a setup with the ult, but
Nice ult
Crab,
again. from
as
Crab.
calm as always, manages to block it. Crab passing down into Obi. Obi setting up for Yara. Jumping himself, but Yara, it's an opening now. Ult going off early there. Unfortunate.
That's another
Now
KO.
Crab has to hold it. And he
still has-
does.
Oh, look at the level acrobatics there.
Yes.
Just making sure the
Ooh.
core gets stopped. Oh, Obi misses the strike onto the jump. That's gonna be a missed strike as well from Nitron. He doesn't get the bounce he wanted, but it is gonna be a net. They're gonna force it in the strike war with the strike advantage. 2-1
And that was-
Marshmallow favorites.
And that was such a difficult position to be in there, because Asher there having the shoving potential and X being below there to be able to stop any clear downwards. And immediately Nitron jumping on Yata there almost gets the KO already. Will he be able to finish it? No, he will not, because the core is already in Crab's goal there from a nice shot by Cookies.
It was a very fast goal. The pace of the game will surely get even faster right now, with Cookies already level 10.
And that's not a position you want to be in, because every level gives a bit of CDR, which means Asher gets more opportunities to go for their bullshit.
Look at
Crab team
Yata
will
sitting
have
on
to-
Kai.
But
But now-
Yata's low right now.
But gets
and-
KO'd by the
Ooh.
X. Very nice combo there. And Nitron is really showing that proficiency on X here. Nice double dash there. Also has another one in the back for a potential new opening. Nice
Crab
log
standing
there.
strong.
Clears away. And Obi might be able to get a setup here. Misses the strike twice. Oh, that's unfortunate to see, but they still have control over the core here. Gonna be able to make a shot happen.
Oh, he
Nice
almost got it
jump there.
again.
Almost gets it. Nice. Such good defense from Matthews' team right now. They are not cracking, and they're able to convert it into an attack of their own.
Ooh, Obi is dead.
Nice
Oh,
KO
look
there
at
on
that.
Obi, but whoa.
What was that?
Boo!
But what was that? I thought they were gonna get double KO. Yata and Obi both out, but they score a goal from nowhere. That must have been huge.
Yeah, that was
Yes.
a really bad angle there onto Matthew. Oh, but that's
What a
really
shot.
nasty from Cookies. Crab kind of forgetting the lower half of the map because he put a wall there. He should not have to worry about that side of the goal. He just should focus on clearing up. But Cookies seeing that and finding a really good angle to push it into the lower side, is able to convert it into a goal, into another 2-goal lead advantage, which is really big because that allows them to win by timeouts.
Yeah,
For sure. With 30 more seconds on the clock, that might be a very possible win condition here. So Yata and Obi have to make something happen here very quickly. Yata using the dash to gain control over the core on midfield. Might be able to get an opening here. Obi setting up slimes, using a jump to set up as well, but the setup gets blocked. Yata here being very low, gets knocked into the corner, which causes him to survive, and now Crab is going forward as well. They have to make something
Power
happen
play.
here. Can they score? Crab playing out of his mind here. But
Oh,
they
look
barely
at
don't
that
get the score.
control.
It's the end. But still, a very good game from both teams. However,
Th-
Cookies and Natron, they managed to control the midfield. They managed to knock out the enemies, and they will grab this win.
I'll be honest, this match could have gone anywhere. This was such a close match.
Yes, indeed it was. But still, the goal that Crab let in, the third goal, or the fourth goal, the third goal, yes. I think Cookies won the mind game there. So Crab probably thought that Cookies will self-pass into the wall and then force it in with his ability, but Cookies decide to to shoot it down, and I think that's when Crab didn't expect it the most.
And as I mentioned before this set, Viata has a very strong X, and we're going to see that X. So all of the X lovers in the chat, get ready because this is going to be a match. Game 2 right now, 1-0 for Matthews' team.
X versus X.
Yes, an excellent match coming up.
Seems like Mr. Midfield
I
is
guess you
ready.
could say that it's gonna be excellent and exciting.
Yes, let's see. Which X is gonna bring it to us?
Personally, I feel like Nitron has a lot more experience on X, but Yara, being a really good brawler player, can definitely show us difference there.
Ooh,
Yeah, for
wow,
sure. And
nice.
also the team play together with Obi brings in a whole different dimension. So even if you might not be as proficient or experienced as X, you might still be able to get as much
Wow.
done. But here, as I'm saying, that Nitro gets a very solid dash on Obi there, forces it 2v3, also uses the ult to pressure Crab, and that's enough to net him the KO or the
Yatta.
goal.
Yatta lost the important strike war, and Nightron was there to capitalize on it. Crab could do nothing 1v1 against a build different X.
Yep.
Now, they have to score
But
here.
they also
Yes,
have an opening here
yes,
and
they do.
immediately make use of it.
If they don't score there, it's gonna be a very bad for them when the counter attack goes on. Still, it's 1-1 and it's still anyone's game.
This could go either way. Even the levels being fairly even right now, Nitron having a small advantage here. Ooh, Cookies might be able to get a KO here. Doesn't get it. And also doesn't have the ult right now. It's going to take a lot of their pressure away. Might be able to get something out of this. X going into the ult, but doesn't have the ball in front of the goal. Obi gets the setup here. Together with Yata. Yata dashes in, barely misses the core there. Now it's up to Crab to defend. Nice dash there to stop the spin. Obi has free reign on the goal, barely misses the shot there, that's unfortunate.
That was unfortunate, but there are no place for misses like that in this game. And just as I said, they were made to pay for that miss.
Yep, and one mistake can be so crucial here, and missing that strike where there from Crab has definitely cost it, but it's still doable from their side. Immediately getting control over the core here. But Cookies is able to defend that very well on midfield. Also using the ult here to gain more control on midfield. Are they able to get anything out of this offense? No, they aren't, and now Yata and Obi are in their midfields. They are applying pressure on the goalie right now. Very nice block there to keep their control.
They didn't manage to score though. That's going to be huge. Ooh, that's almost a goal from nowhere. Yata is
Yata
very
almost
low.
gets knocked out here, gets knocked out by the X-Ult.
I think
And now
Obi
it's
will
2v3 again.
Oh, look at
Versus
Obi.
their team.
Look
Obi
at
there.
Obi.
Oh!
What a
Obi,
play
you're
from
so
Obi.
sick.
What a play from Obi. Matthias didn't expect that.
Obi converting missed strikes into something that looked intentional.
Yep.
Indeed it does.
It
Ooh,
really
that was
shows how much experience Obi has on Juno, because in pre-alpha he played Juno, during release he played Juno, and still here he's showing what he can do with this Juno. Really loves this character, and he really knows how to play this character.
Yata seems to be having much more impact on X than on Asher last game. Is it right?
Yes, it is, because the damage is really spread out. If you look at both teams, there isn't one moment where one of them is at least not cracked.
Yes, true.
Yeah,
They are both cracked.
I think the extra brawling potential is helping a lot here, because Asher doesn't really get to do all of the brawling on her own. But
And
X is able
Nitron
to do that
won
just
the
fine, and
expert.
it's really showing because their team is having a lot more pressure. But as I'm saying,
Good
this
ult.
Nitron's team gets a double KO here. Crab is able to defend it, and Yata is back now, ready to defend.
That was a very scary clear from OB. But it's still okay right now.
When Obi gets the
Ooh,
slime there, nice block from Machus there. They aren't out of the water yet. Crab has to defend against an Axe and an Asher and doesn't get to do it.
Nitron is able to force it in the third goal of the Marshmallows in this match, being a more close match than the previous one, where they are
yes.
not at risk of losing by overtime in the last 30 seconds. So I really want to
In,
see if they're going to be able to take game 2 or not.
indeed it was. I think it was because of the axe picks, right?
For sure, for sure. Oh, and this is looking very scary for Machus
Very
here, but
good.
he gets to clear it. And now Cookies has control over the core again.
Yatta has changed his playstyle. He wants to sit on goalie, but Nitron came back to support his goalie. Oh, but Yatta won that. It's a
Oh,
2-on-1
and
right now.
now they have a 2v3.
OB.
Oh,
Oh
They
no.
Nitron
aren't
is
able
able
to
to spawn
convert
up,
out of
that's
it,
going to
and
be
now
the dash,
Nashville
that's
is
going to be
back.
the KO.
Now it wanna be a 2-on.
Oh, Cookie should have
Wow.
passed there, but he can make it through Crab, and with 2 seconds left they need to get 1 goal in, or else after the 2 seconds,
But is it too late though?
Surely they will
Alpha
be able
Crab
to
are
score.
out after 2
Surely
seconds.
they'll score.
And that will be the
Ever
end
seeing the
of Crab.
Hive bite there? Very well played from the blue team here. Very close match. The X pick changing a lot about the match, but not being enough to secure the win there for Yada's team.
Now we are gonna get ready to go into our next match.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Which
gonna
is going to be Remove Asher versus Marshmallows and Otters.
let me see if I guessed the code. Yes, I did guess the code.
You guessed the code?
Yes, I guessed the code of our next match.
What an empath. Amazing play from Karma there.
Yeah,
Being
Karma
able to
getting
guess the codes to perfectly get into the spectator position there.
even before the enemy team knew what the code was, I am already there trying to get the best games for you guys to watch.
Yes, and Karma is in their walls.
I am in their roles. Now, after this match, we are gonna have the winner versus Blay, and then the winner of Blay and the winner from this match is gonna face Team White, which are still in the winners finals, and they do have seeding, so they need to get 1 set taken out of them for the team from the losers brackets to get the win of the tournament.
Mm-hmm. So how are we expecting this match to go? Based on last few matches?
I don't know,
Because
because Team Remove Asher has really good offense, but I think that Marshmallows has the best offense in this tournament. Like, they are the most offensive, they are the ones that are just trying to force the core into the goal at all times.
Yes,
right,
they
yeah. And they also have a lot of KO pressure on their side, but I'm
very
wondering how that
true.
KO pressure is going to be against a character like Rune, which is very hard to catch and also has the potential to turn KO situations into his own.
Now remove Asher. They are of course very competent players. But can they get through the brawling power and the stuffing power from Cookies and Nitron? Is a different question. Trick, of course, he is very good. But still, Asher is it's unstoppable, even with goalies like Alex.
Yep,
So
unstoppable force.
we'll have to see how this goes.
Okay, and they actually changed the code.
You should have stayed in their walls. Then you could have been in the game earlier.
That is true, but we are still... Okay, so apparently the team captain of one of the teams did not understand that the code was the code, so they just sent the other one. So that's just some miscommunication, but we are trying to get in the next game as soon as possible. And we got into the game. We are gonna go over to the picks right now. And just, just guys, run me through the picks as you do. Let me just update this while you do it.
And it looks like we're going to see the old trusty Kai Juliet rune combo that we've seen many times before from Trick's team. Then on the other side, we see a Juliet pick locked in. And what else are we going to see? What are we expecting? Kai?
Same combo from Tricks from Remove Asher.
They don't have the Asher
Yes.
this time though. They did play one Asher game.
Estelle. So we're
Estelle
not
and
seeing the X, and we're
Julie.
not seeing the Asher either. So
Why?
Asher indeed being removed from this game.
Why
It's a
didn't
rare
get the
sight.
Asher? Is the real question. I suppose next run is on Estelle, but why? Asher Cookies back on his Juliet. His Juliet, however, has some flaws in terms of softening the goal in. So did they manage to improve in that part?
I mean, why try to use your combo to score if you can sit on the goalie and kill him?
Well, that's yeah, that's one guy. Oh, that's a banish.
Nice banish there, are able
Nice
to convert
KO.
it into a KO as well, which is huge. And they both get the orb here. So
They
that's
both
one
get the
funny
orb, bro.
interaction that
And they
can
stole the
happen.
goalie
If you
orb.
both stand on the orb while it's spawning, you can both collect the orb. And the bonuses are not how do you say that? The bonuses are not
It's not.
detrimented as well. So you both get the full orb bonus.
Yes, it's not share. It's not split. You both get the and
Oh, very nice strike there from
very nice.
Juliet.
Who is this Juliet though?
Who is this guy?
We never know. We are never gonna know. But that was a beautiful combo, strike into punch to win the redirect war. Oh, look at the double banish. But it's not enough. Juliet's trying to get the core control onto Gonzo. Gonzo walking around, trying to see if he can support it in any way. That's gonna be the pillar. Oh, is that a combo into the kill? No, it is
Wait.
not.
How is
Barely
it not a
dodged it
kill?
before it's
Is
getting KO'd there. Nitron
he-
uses his ability to get the orb there.
He is
be
running.
unstoppable? No,
He's not
he's
running
not.
unstoppable.
Very good
Oh.
angle from Cookies there. Trick was not ready for that, and neither was I. Very well played from Cookies.
Okay. Now Trick holding the gold. It's 1-1, looking like a balanced game. Okay, he was really patient there. He was trying to bait out Estelle's abilities to see if she would do anything. Really good punish by Gonzo.
Nice.
But the core is gonna absorb the pillar there and not converting that into
Oh,
a
Trick
kill.
gets KO'd there. That's huge.
He does, but Gonzo, remember, he's playing a rune. He can play goalie, he can play midfield, and he can play forward.
Yup, and Gonzo is able to live up to that, able to hold the core there. And now Trick is back to guards, and they killed the Juliet through the goal.
Once again, Trick is barrage able to save it, but Core is being in his side of the goal a lot of the time, and that's not good when you have a KO advantage. Nitron doing a really good job at holding the core in the other side, giving his teammate time to spawn.
And those banishes from Gonzo are so nasty, being able to get a KO even from there, just using two abilities at the same time. Here Juliet uses ult, doesn't get to get a shove out of it, but still, Juliet has a lot of pressure on the core right now. Nitron
Oh,
dashes into the core and is able to convert it into a goal.
unfortunate for
score.
Trick, he missed his barrage, meaning that just a slight redirect from the blink is not gonna give him enough time to reposition into the goalie arc to save the core, making it so that Marshmallow's getting there.
Wow.
What a beautiful Giga Blast. That was the
Instant
perfect
KO there.
angle.
What a pass!
But
Ooh,
they aren't able
Gonzo,
to get
unfortunately.
converted. Very good defense.
Look
there
at the
from
double
Nitron.
kill.
Oh, what a double kill!
They get a double
Wow.
KO and they get a goal. Very nice
What
pass.
a
Very
goal
nice
that
KO.
The double KO into the pass, into the goal. What more can you ask for?
And there it is. Juliet, the unknown player, trying to bounce off the combo, but they are not able to convert it into score. Gonzo getting the orb. Now almost all the players are level 10 now. Only Cookies is not. Now let's see, there's gonna be the ultimate from the Julie. The strike into punch is gonna miss. Gonzo forward. Estelle abilities on Nitron are gonna miss, but that's gonna be the KO. Estelle ends up getting cracked and knocked out for 8 seconds. Now she's back up.
You can really see how dangerous Gonzo's rune is being right now. Being able to pick up a KO from pretty much every banish, he's able to get close to the corner using those pillars. Combined with the Juliet's KO pressure, he's able to get a KO and is able to secure the goal there from a
Yeah.
nice bounce.
The Juliet is doing God's work right now. KOing, passing, scoring, everything. He's doing it right now for the team.
For sure, in 40 seconds left,
Player.
this might be a win by timeout angle, since they need 1 goal and they need to do it in 30 seconds.
Yes, and that should be doable considering how strong their offense has been during this game. Especially with the core going this fast at level 10, goals are bound to happen at every second.
Those combos are almost a guaranteed score, but since we are playing in this map with the corners that kinda go straight at the end, this is gonna be really hard for Juliet
I
to get a
really
combo
like
there.
that banish there to stall, able to get Juliet to respawn there.
Wow, and what a shot right there. Gonzo played that to perfection. He plays the banish to stall the time for Juliet and then managed to score the final goal. What a game from Gonzo.
2 seconds, they need to score it. They're just gonna goalie stack. And it's
they win
enough.
by timeouts. Very well played there. I really like I'm really liking Gonzo's gameplay here, being able to pick off chaos from the sides using the pillars and the banish, and then Juliet and Gonzo passing together very well to be able to set up goals for each other. I really like the team play here.
Do we expect any changes in the next match though?
I think we're going to see a comp change from Cookies' team, but that is only speculation. We can't know what they're thinking, so we'll see during the character select what they're gonna do.
I think Cookie's team will go back to their usual. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. Go back to Asher and X. What your what you are like used to.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep, and it seems that is the case, while Gonzo's team is staying at the same comp.
They pick it with no hesitation. They know they have to bring this comeback.
Yep.
In order
let's
to
see
match
whether they're about to make it happen during this second game.
the last fight they suffered too much because Cookies seems to be gapped by the no-name Juliet in terms of brawling. Now they bring more brawling power and
immediately Nitrin gets a KO and is also able to pressure Trick at the same time. But because of the banish, Cookies couldn't support in and they were basically playing like normal. Big scramble happening in their goal right now, but nothing falls from it.
Trick is taken down.
KO.
Yes.
And remove Asher, facing Asher.
Wow.
Ooh, that's the rune pillar. Unlucky bounce there. But Nitrin converts it into a goal very well.
But very lucky for Cookies and Nitron team.
Yeah, for sure. Although let's not forget that to get that situation going, they had to KO the goalie there. So I wouldn't say it's all luck.
Gonzo miss a crucial strike, and will they pay for
very
that?
good R from Trick there, and the Juliet is able to immediately convert that into a goal.
It's a very dangerous combo from Juliet. Almost guarantee a goal. Ooh, almost a self-score.
And that seems to be a KO on the axe. Yes, exactly. Using the banish again, picking off KOs near the walls.
2-on-1 on the goalie. Oh, but they cleared that. Nitron is back.
Nitron goes for a pass against the wall. It doesn't get received though. Now brawling in the middle, seeing if they can pick up a KO. Is able to get a KO on Gonzo, that's huge. Are they gonna be able to make this count?
Wow!
Very well placed.
The self-pass into the wall, the shot placement, it's perfect.
Yeah, that was incredible. Incredibly well placed from Nitron there. Really showing he knows how to shoot shot.
Nitron right there did something that's really hard to do, which is be patient, buy time, and try to think where the goalie is gonna go. So he waited until he got close enough to Trick to where he could clear the core and shoot it up at an angle that made Trick not able to save it. And now this is why Trick's team is called Remove Asher. Trick
Cookies.
Yep.
hates facing Asher. He hates that he can do nothing once the core gets to her and she gets to set up on the corners. And that's what we saw right there to give Marshmallows the third goal, giving them the lead in this match.
It's also showing that the Asher is being very dominant this game as well. Just being able to score a lot quicker than before, because like last game they won because of a timeout victory. Now they already made more goals in 2 minutes than they got to make the entire first match.
Yeah, they changed their calm, they changed their playstyle, and they want to change this into a win.
I mean,
Now, even if they
Marshmallows was the team that we said
Wow.
was the 4-seeding team, and look at that double KO, core into the goal, 4-1, looking like really strong contenders to take out game 2, but 2 minutes left, it's still a lot of time.
Yes,
And one thing
indeed.
that I find interesting during this match is that even if they are mostly picking brawlers now rather than midfield characters, because of their KO potential, they still get a lot more control out
Wow,
of midfield.
what a shot from
They're even getting a goal from midfield, just like he did on the first goal or the second goal of this match.
this game. He has two corner shot placement, and it was all pitch perfect. Trick could do nothing, even when he was a Kai. And that's the
For
show.
sure. And it's really showing why he's the best X on the leaderboard right now.
Now it's gonna be the deciding match between the two teams.
Yes, game 3. How many game 3s have we seen so far? I don't think we've seen a lot of them. We've
I
seen
think
FFF
two.
versus Black go
It's
to
the
game 3,
second.
but besides that,
Yes, this is the second game 3.
It is. So that's how close it is being.
Right. I don't think they will change their comps based on the success that they got. But still, Gonzo on the IME. Now that's a change. Feels like
oh,
Gonzo, even with some of his KOs, were not helping his team enough in terms of brawling. So IME is the pick that they use. More pressure in the midfield and probably more damage.
I wonder what this is going to change about the match, because I was really liking the rune play from Gonzo during the last few matches. So I'm not too sure about this Imi pick, but I have full faith in that they can make it work. But here they are immediately contesting the orb. Cookies gets the orb there, and Nitron fighting for his life against Juliet almost gets KO'd by the Kai there, holding on to his dear life. But he seems to be able to regenerate here.
What a
Nice
clear
clear.
from Trick. That was pixel
Yeah.
perfect to try and buy the max amount of time. But Cookie's really good turn onto Trick is gonna allow the core to go by and to get into the goal. 1-0, 24 seconds into the third match.
They have to help him more. Trick cannot 1v1 an Asher. They have to either push the Asher away or keep the ball away from the Asher.
Exactly. And it really shows just how strong Asher is currently. Asher able to keep control over midfield with the dash as well, but also being able to just use all of her abilities to have the best scoring potential in the game.
Oh, good clear from Trick.
Oh, and
Look
Wow.
at that!
Oh! That was an incredible clear from Trick there. Pixel perfect, close to the line, but still
Yes.
manages to hold on to his dear life.
That was crazy. Still.
Ooh, almost
What are
gets
they
the
doing
score with the dash there. Now Trick's team has control over the core, are able to set up an offense. Almost gets KO'd there. Oh, Nitron almost gets the KO there on Juliet. Isn't able to finish it off though, and now it looks like Nitron is close to being KO'd
Right.
himself.
Trick is really playing his best in this game. He doesn't want to lose this.
For sure, for sure.
Ooh, that was a bad pop from Amy though.
Yeah, and
Will they have to
Cookies.
play for this? Not yet.
Cookie seems to be setting up something as well. Doesn't still has their cooldowns up, so they should be able to get something going here. Here gets the
Oh.
dash, gets the strike.
Because you give Asher half a chance and she will score 2 goals.
Yep, exactly.
And that's the problem. Trick can do anything there.
Yes.
He strikes it up. Asher is still in range to redirect. He strikes it to Asher with Barrage. She gets the passive shield up and the core doesn't go through. he
Well,
needs his
Tricky,
team's help.
Wow, what a shot there. Holy shot.
It is. That's what I'm saying. You bait out the goalie out of the line you want to, strike it to, and you just wait for this for that chance to be there.
they are just in form right now. There's no stopping them.
Yeah, they're completely dominating this game. And
To
it
be
doesn't
honest,
seem like the enemy pick from Gonzo is working out too well.
yes, that's very true. To be
But
honest,
might have an opening here. It's looking
yeah,
mighty scary, but Gonzo gets KO'd into her own goal.
and Matthias, he didn't do much this game.
No.
Or I would say, yeah, this game he didn't do much because his team is controlling the ball so well. Now he has to do something, and
But
he's
now he
just
has to
keeping
work.
it in.
He uses his movement speed very well to keep the player away,
Very
being
true.
able to keep control for his forwards, and now both
Got
of his
into a
forwards are
force
back.
and
Immediately get a KO and a goal.
like,
Wow.
what can you do against this team comp?
This is such a dominant match so far for Cookies' team.
And why does it work? Because Matthias, being playing
Yup.
the guy has midfield control. If they need to control midfield, Matthias can just step up, use Barrage, use Giga Blast, gets the core to them, and they can be aggressive. Cookie is also doing the job of a midfielder right now for Nitron, but I mean, their core control is just insane. Look at that, Matthias from the goal, getting the core control up into the midfield upper space, upper line.
Yep. Oh, nice clearing goal from Matthews there, clearing it down to avoid the
Nitron is
Juliet
just
punch, but Juliet still has an opening here. Doesn't get to finish it, which means that Cookies' team is going to have core control now. Nice barrage
Nitron
there
just
to get the
killed
core
everyone.
going. And
He's
here they are
really
able to set up an
dominating.
attack.
Sorry. Ooh, that was almost a goal. But
Here,
I think it's
only 30 more seconds on the clock right now, and they need to make 2 goals. Will they be able to make this happen? And it seems like Trick is joining in
okay.
the
They
offense.
got
They
one.
get one of their goals.
They need 3
2 more to go.
in 20 seconds.
2 goals in 20 seconds. Surely this is possible.
It is.
Looks like Trick is joining for the offense as well, so it's going to be
It's
a
all or nothing.
very coin flip the 20 seconds right now.
It's
Either
all
they
or nothing
score or they
right
get
now.
scored
They need to
against in
score
like
right now.
10 seconds.
And
And they
And
got
it
scored
is
it's
against.
the
over.
end.
I like the attempt there, but it wasn't enough.
I thought they managed to score that because they got the kill on Matthias, but then the shield from Asher, it blocks everything. And somehow Matthias got the MVP in this game with 55 redirects. He really helps controlling the midfield. But I think Netron was doing all the hard work right there, KOing and scoring goals.
But also, let's not forget Cookies mostly being able to shove most of the cores in during this match, also getting a lot of KOs using that right click. So definitely all around good job from their team.
And unfortunately, Remove Asher being taken out of the tournament, but being the top 4 team right now. Top 4 team in the tournament.
Now it will be the match between Blay and Marshmallows. Who will be the favorite in this match?
I definitely think Blah has a very good chance here with the dominance they've been showing in earlier matches. Like, Blah has just been on a tear. Unfortunately, wasn't able to close out the winners finals match, even if it looked like they had a very convincing game going on because of Jim Ray's defense just being able to shut them down. But now they might be able to keep their momentum going that they had previously in the tournament. But also, let's not count out Marshmallows and Ash because they have made a terror of a loser's run, getting the run back against Alpha Grab, being able to beat the top seed of the tournament, and now standing in the losers finals all the way from winners round one, or even losers round one.
They are slowly proving that they knock out Balu's team not because of luck. They know what they're here for. They want to
Definitely.
win this and they want to go all the way.
And it seems like they needed that wake up call from the losers bracket because they have been on a tear.
This will be a very, very good match.
It will
Do you
now. We just
think
need to wait for the teams to get ready. Marshmallows, we know they are ready. We have been spectating their matches for a long time now. Okay, they are ready. We just need them to queue.
Yes. And
And
now, do you think that Blaze team they're gonna go with the Drakar Estelle comp or Asher Rune comp?
I'd say Asher Rune.
I'm thinking the same. But I think if they lose once, they switch back. I feels like yeah, that's something they only use when they are down. And I feel like with Asher Rune, they still have a lot of pressure. And I think they need that rune to match Asher to match Cookie's Asher pressure on the goalie. And I would say Matthias, he's good. He's a very good goalie, but comparing to Kekle, I think he will still be a bit under, and so they can try to capitalize on that and to score as many goals as fast as possible before the other team even get to stuff the ball in.
Yeah, for sure. Because the Asher mirror match is gonna be really an important area because they are gonna need that scoring pressure from the Asher
Yes,
as
that's
soon
very true.
as well as they're gonna need the midfield controlling and supporting factor of Rune. And Venom did show us a really good Asher, being that
Yes,
same Asher that took remove Asher team down into the lower brackets.
that's very true. We know Asher is popping off today, and will he keep using that pick, or will he go back to his trusty Drekar pick? We'll see in just a few seconds. Okay?
Yes, we are almost there. And then after this match, we are gonna get our finals for today's tournament.
Yes, our grand finals. But let's not get ahead of ourselves because this match still has a lot of things to offer.
Yes, it will.
Yes,
And
and we are
here we
in
go.
Semcom. Expect nothing less. But on the other side, Juliet. Wait, is this
Huh?
the Juliet from Kitsune? Kitsune is surely not famous with Juliet. It's not his favorite pick. But will he make it work? So they must have known that the other teams, it's a brawler comp. They have to match that brawling power. And they go for Asher Juliet. This will be exciting to watch.
Yes, for sure it will. Now look at the pressure already from Cookies and Nitron. Nitron almost be taken out. There's gonna be the edge shield
That's
taking
the first
Nitron
goal.
out. Cookie's gonna try and play it out to Matthews to see if they can get some control. Kitsune with a really good combo, missing the strike in the middle of the dash, but it is enough to buy some time for Nitron. Now Kekle.
Venom got the orb as well. They have got two orbs by now. And that's a huge... Ooh! A cheeky shot from Kitsune.
Look at
That's
that.
what I'm talking about.
Kitsune gets the ult. Nitron is not able to force his spins as he could. Almost missing every single one of them. Kekle being really patient, letting the Giga Blast out to Cookie. Is almost getting the kill. That is gonna be the blast. X is gonna give it to Ye. He pops the ultimate, but the duration is out. And it's being a really balanced game so far.
Yeah, Kitsune even grabbed the third orb as well. So they must be having an advantage in level right now. But can they convert it into a goal? They convert it into a KO, and that's the stuff in. Kitsune proves that he's so much capable on many different strikers. Rune first Rune, then Estelle, and now Juliet. Is there anything this man cannot play?
X.
Well,
Well, there's one thing this guy cannot play, and that's poorly. He's popping off consistently.
Oh,
wow,
look at that
what a
pass.
Incredible pass from Kitsune into Venom, who's able to perfectly KO or convert it into another goal.
Okay, but look at Marshmallows. They are starting with their main comp already. They are not going like an Estelle comp or anything. They are going pure offensive Axe and Asher.
But it looked like Venom's team is being able to counter it very well. And wow,
I
that
mean,
they were able to convert that very small opening there, that was very well played from Kitsune there. Immediately there, Kekla using the barrage to put the core on their side, making sure that Kitsune and Venom are applying pressure. Kitsune gets the KO there, and now it's 2v3. Venom gets the setup from Kekle.
Wow.
Passes to Kitsune, and Kitsune finishes the job.
Cookies and Nitron have made a terrific run, but now they met the big league.
These guys are on another level.
Yes, and they are not here to have fun.
Well, they're also having fun, of course. This is a
Oh,
very
yeah.
fun game.
Yes, surely. But still, if you lose, it's not fun.
They are here to win, and they're
Yeah.
showing that they want to. Kitsune
Yeah,
gets a
yeah.
KO there on Axe. Now it's 2v3. Asher on the
Ooh.
goal. Very nice save from Matthews there. Gekle getting the
Wow,
ball back.
excellent. That was stuff.
Ooh, Kitsune
okay.
there. Wow.
There it is,
That's the-
game 1, being taken
Yeah.
by Blay. Okay,
Such a
guys,
convincing game there.
I'm gonna ask you a question. What's better to deal with an aggressive team? It's another aggressive team, right?
Very true.
2 brawlers
Mhm.
versus 2 brawlers.
Yep.
And we are gonna get right back into it.
I don't think they will change their calm. Their calm is doing so well, but will Nitron switch to Estelle? But they don't know this yet. If they still go for double brawler pick, Estelle may be a differential pick, but they know
Oh,
it now.
that is the Estelle.
Oh,
Then
so they
Kitsune
are going to
is
try
thinking,
more.
It's still the
midfield.
Juliet. And I mean, yes, they're definitely not here to mess around. They want to score and score fast. They roll 5-0 very, very quickly. They didn't even give Cookies and Nitron a chance to level up. They get all the orbs, they win all the strike walls, and they just score.
For sure.
And
Let's
that's what
see
we
if
spoke
the-
about before the game. They are gonna need Asher to respond to Asher. And it looks like Venom's Asher is performing better than Cookie's Asher.
Yeah, it seems so.
And Kitsune is keeping them on their toes right now. Gets a KO
Now,
on
this
Nitron
one-
already. Well, very good save from Kekle there.
Look at the
But
patience.
no, Venom has an opening. Good patience from Matthews there. But they're still not out of the blue yet because Kekle is setting up for another shot from Asher. Nice teleport there. Stop there. Near Venom gets the core through. Nice clear again.
It's his combo though.
And
Nice
the
barrage.
mid- Oh,
Whoa,
Cookies
that
almost
was
gets
almost the goal.
Yeah, Kekle was ready for the weird bounce there. But that's when he got confused when he saw it coming down. Now Cookies has the core versus Kekle. There's gonna be the dash, but there's gonna be the really
Wow.
nice patience and the clear.
it. Such incredible plays from Kekle there.
Tekle says, bring the Asher. I don't even need to remove it because he will deal with it on his own.
Oh, and there's to
Here
look at the
Kekle
barrage,
is
but
holding
no.
the fort,
Oh.
but it's not enough because
It's-
Cookies is right there to shove it in.
It's too much. Like the Asher stuff in and then the projectile from Estelle. It's too much.
For sure.
Oh, there's almost a
Ooh,
kill
almost
from
a
Nitro.
KO. I think that must be the unstoppable that says in there.
We can
Ah,
check.
right.
It was.
Yes.
And the Stagger Swagger.
Oh, also. And they're both going for the same trainings as well. Seems like
Yeah.
they've established something.
Now the stuff.
Oh, really good barrage
Ooh.
by Kekle there, able to save the
Perfectly
core.
placed. Now the stuff.
Here, Venom got an opening of his own. Kitsune barely misses the kick, doesn't get it in.
Oh,
Very
Venom
good defense there.
is missing the
Neutral.
free stuff. Ooh, what a KO from Kitsune.
Look
Make
at
the
the
pass.
Estelle. The Estelle is really working towards Marshmallow's team comp right now. Being able to, just apply pressure from midfield instead of being a super aggressive comp because they found
Wow.
a team that was more aggressive than them.
Yes, the
That was a
Venom
very good shot.
won the strike wall, and the placement was perfect. The corner shot, there was nothing Matthias could have done against that.
Oh, very nice patience from Kekle there. Oh, the blink from Nitron. He was not ready for that.
Okay, but something different from the other game. One, it's not being a steamroll.
Yes,
Two,
Dude.
Marshmallows are actually winning.
yes,
And
very
three,
true.
Nitron is actually playing the game instead of being dead all the time.
Yeah, and
That's
it seems
very
like the
true.
Estelle is working out this time, contrary to the previous time they tried to pick the character. And
Good
I'm really
player from
liking it
Matthew.
so far. The Estelle's putting in a lot of work, being able to get some cheeky goals, and let's see whether they're able to get another one. Setting up
run.
from midfield, waiting for a pass from Machu, wins the strike war against Kitsune, but
Pass.
Cookies
Ooh,
isn't
the
able to receive
perfect
the ball
marriage.
there. But here is a shoving opportunity.
Uh,
Kekle defends it well, and now they have their own attack set up. They're gonna be able to get something here. Cookies,
oh
oh!
wow, that was
Uses the right click
definitely.
to self pass.
But that was definitely a misplay from Kitsune and Kegler. They miscommunicate there, and both went for the ball. Cookies capitalized on the mistake. Just one little mistake, and you are out.
Oh, very good clear from Machu's there. Clearing forward, knowing that there would be no one there. And now Cookies has another chance to set up. Doesn't get to set up though because of Ash's ult, and now Kitsune has a chance to score. Also gets blocked out. Cookies here, another opening. Nitron
Yeah.
holding the midfield, passing to Cookies again. Cookies is really being scary this game. Kekla is holding his ground very well.
Kitsune is really struggling to get KOs this game.
Yeah, for
Wow,
sure.
what
Oh,
a
very good
teleport.
blink.
It's not even Kitchen is struggling to get kills. It's even Kekle struggling to get Venom the core. Because
Yeah.
each time Kekle tries to send Venom the core, Nitron is gonna be on the other side of the map just using abilities to try and take it out of him. Just to not get Ash to get the core, and that's how they deal with it.
Yeah, and I think Kitsune's team is really lacking midfield control right now because the Estelle is just controlling the ball constantly and they're constantly being able to get the ball to Cookies. But as I'm saying, that when they actually do get an opening, they force score in and they get another goal. 4-2 right now.
40 seconds, one goal to keep them on the game to get a sweep. Or,
But also one goal to immediately finish the game.
yes.
Are they able
And
to get it? Almost gets it on the half-closed goal there.
Nice KO. This will
Nice
be
goal
crucial.
to it. Kekle might be
Oh,
moving up forward soon. And
they
this is
need
where
to
it gets
score.
scary for both teams because one goal can change the entire outcome of the match right now.
Venom
They're
is actually
fighting for their
low
life.
right now. Now they
Look
will
at
Oh,
score.
Venom.
Gets
Yes,
the
they
goal in
will.
time. 14 more seconds remaining, but still manages to get it.
Now they can play. They can try to slow it down. They don't have to rush. They don't have to play all out. They can play slow and try to score the equalizer.
Yep, and this
Venom,
has to be such a relief for Kekle's team right now.
yes.
Being able to
indeed.
take their time right now. And just,
Ooh, that was not
That
oh,
was really
very
close.
good clear. I really like how far Kekle is walking out of gold sometimes to preemptively clear just to avoid some of Ash's situations. Because if you don't get into those situations, you won't have to
Wow.
deal with the checkmate.
Kitsune is 1v2 at the goal. Wow, what a score
What a
from Kegler.
bounce.
So Venom actually play really low right now to help Kegler 1v1 the Cookies Asher. And Kitsune will play forward and to 1v2 at the enemy goalie arc. And it seems to be working right now.
And it seems like Blast regained their composure on the midfield as well.
Wow, what a save! What a save!
So,
But it's still not out yet. It may be out right now.
oh,
Wow.
very nice shot from
Cookies
Cookies.
playing his best today. This guy's on fire. The shots, the stuff, he's doing everything to perfection. Now just one more goal and they will equalize this best of 3. But will
Yes. Seems like they have an
Blast
opening going right now. Aren't able to convert off it though. Machu's saving and setting up for another opening. Here, Venom trying to get the ball past Nitron, not happening though. Cookies barely misses the right click. It could have been
That's-
such a big opening.
Yes,
But,
it may be huge right now. Will they have to pay for that? Yes, they
Oh!
will.
And I
Just-
think this is the first time we see a 5-5.
Not a second time, but still, it's a very rare occurrence, especially this late into the bracket to have such close matches. Like,
Wow. What a
Marshmallows
game.
and others fighting their way from losers round 1,
Wow.
now going toe-to-toe with one of the
The
strongest teams in the tournament.
And look at
But
Venom.
Matthias moved out of the goalie arc and didn't manage to go back in time. Venom capitalized on that. They were actually in favor 3v2 for 10 seconds. But now they may be out of the tournament.
Oh, what a save by Kekle.
Oh,
You have to be
Amazing
really
save.
precise in those. And patient as well. Oh,
Oh.
Kitsune is gonna miss, but Kekle is gonna
The
get it
buff.
at the end of the pixel.
Good use of the prime time there for Kekle.
with
Now
the
it doesn't
help
have
of
any abilities.
Unstoppable,
Might
Venom
get an
doesn't
opening
die.
soon. Kitsune uses the kick to set up for an opening. Almost gets the score there,
And
but
it's the end.
manages to get the ball to Jan.
Cookies were playing so well. Then he missed one strike, and they lost the goal. And now they lost the match. It's incredible how little mistakes makes you pay so much in this later round of the tournament.
And we are now going into our final match of the day, into our grand finals of
A
the first
rematch.
Omega Strikers Community Cup.
Yes, it will be a rematch of the winner bracket final. And what do we expect from these two teams in this rematch?
Yes. So I'm honestly not too sure what's going to happen since because again they have the best of three format. They have a lot more time to experiment with their comps. So with a wild card such as Kitsune on their team, everything can happen during these games. But I also think that it's going to be a bit favored for Bled this time around because last time Jimre just really popped off during the crucial game while it looked like the forwards on Blast team were applying a lot more pressure during that game. So I'm wondering whether Jimre is able to hold out as much again next time.
For sure. Now we are gonna wait a bit until our teams get ready, which will be the final best of three for today, which will be a rematch of the winners finals. Let's see if Blair's journey in the losers bracket has made them stronger, or if Team White's rest while we were streaming all of these matches is gonna get them in a more in a better condition to actually play it, more calmly, more cool-headed, without rushing, without adrenaline pumping, just some clear-headed gameplay. What do you guys think? Okay, we have
Um,
gotten the code.
nice. I'm very excited for this
We are
rematch.
queuing.
What do you think of the team calm this time it will be?
Well,
Peels
I'm
is definitely gonna
expecting
be
the
on his
same
top.
comp. I'm expecting Kai, Juno, and Estelle from Jimre's team, of course. But I really don't know what it could be from Kitsune's team.
I'm thinking that Kitsune will keep playing Juliet. You know, like to permanently keep Peels out of the game, like permanently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Because
I
last
think
time the Estelle, yes, she managed to score a lot of goal, but still didn't manage to stop Peels
Oh, and
entirely.
I think we got the waiting for players bug. Oh, never mind.
Oh no,
no,
we
we
don't.
don't,
That was a
Oh,
close
because we
one.
can
that
jump
was
right
close
into
one.
the
You
match.
made us scared.
Kekle back on his trusty Kai, and we're
Drakkar
seeing
on
the
Venom.
Drakkar from. Is it gonna be Venom or is it gonna be Kitsune with
Of
the
course,
Drakkar? I
it's
think it's gonna
Venom.
be Venom.
Yes, of course, it's Venom. We are all looking for Kitsune's pick right now. What will he play?
It's going to be
It's the
Juliet.
Juliet again. So that's just as I had predict. They want to keep Peels out of this game permanently.
Yes, but as you said before, Appeals dies the entire match, still scores 5. So let's see what
Yes,
they are going to be able to pull off. Let's jump
it's
right
gonna
into
be.
game 1 of Grand Finals.
Is it a BO3, a best of 3, or best of 5?
I'm
Best of
assuming
three.
a BO3. Is there a
Best.
reset?
Yes, there is a reset.
Okay, so if everything goes as well as it could, we might have 6 beautiful games this final.
We
Oh, nice
might.
KO from
Although
Kitsune there.
Oh,
Jimmer is so
Jimre,
clean with
wow!
those.
What was that?
you're amazing, Jim.
Okay, but Kitsune
But
says not today.
you can only hold the fort for this much, as at some point you're gonna crack. And he was already cracked. But anything can still happen this game. Cotton and Peels having a lot of scoring potential themselves. Nice save against the
Wow,
shotgun there. Ooh, they get a KO on
KO.
Drakkar. That's huge for them. They get some space here and immediately convert that space into a goal.
You just can't leave Peels alone. You just can't.
Yep.
But of course, Cod doing God's work by setting up that up perfectly, helping with the KO on Drakkar, and then pass the ball perfectly for the ultimate. And the strike shot from Peels.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, any blobs right now? They will try to kill Pios right here, right now. They have to.
And they almost get the KO using the ult, but the ult whiffs, and Pulse is able to get out of there with the teleports, setting up
Yes,
themselves. And here, another parting shot. I love these type of things where he gets knocked away and still is able to give them the
what was
goal.
that? Like, he was 0 stagger at that point. He was about to be knocked out. But then he just blinked away and he scored. You cannot leave space for this man.
MLG 360 no scope.
I think
Ooh.
Pulse is slowly turning into my favorite player this tournament. These setups for him, the amount of space he needs such little space to be able to set up. And here he looks like he has another setup.
He's
Barely
dead now.
doesn't get it this time and gets KO'd, which means that Kitsune's team is going to be able to have an opening here. Doesn't get to convert it though. Nice
Very
defense
nice
from
clear
Jimbre
from
here.
Jimbre.
And here Pulse with another opening.
Ooh,
Already
but
misses the right click.
the setup got messed up because Venom shot a rocket into her.
Oh,
That's
right.
Very good from him. And now.
And here
they
Kot
want to
has
kill
another
Pios
setup
again.
with the Juno Slime. Tries to pass but doesn't get it.
Yes, Cod is just trying to stop the ball from getting near Jimbre.
Oh, nice
Jimbre
positioning
is
for
also
Jimbre, getting the
doing
save there. And oh,
Pios!
amazing right click.
Just a shiver of health. He's there again to snap it in.
And he threats the needle as well. Amazing play.
Watching Pios play Estelle makes me think, have I really been playing Estelle? You know?
Yep.
Watching these
Another one.
plays make me think, huh, so that's how playing Estelle looks like.
You just constantly see the oppressive scoring potential from Estelle. From anywhere on the map, she can just be a threat. And it seems so difficult to play against.
What
But it
is
also
good?
comes with a price. Estelle almost about to get KO'd. Uses the dash there to try to get something, but gets
Oh,
KO'd
he's dead
here.
again.
2v3 right now, passes to Kitsune, but nice interception from Cod. Invisibility.
Jimbre is also playing so well right now, keeping them in this match. Pios just score the goals, I'll keep everything out.
For sure,
And
for
he's
sure.
doing that to perfection. Like,
Oh, nice! Nicely done. And this
And-
is, yeah, okay, that was a 50-50. That was very difficult, but very well played from Kitsune there.
1 minute and 30 seconds to score 1 goal. That's
This-
all Blay needs.
but
All
yes,
I
of
need.
course, Pios
Will they
only
be able
needs
to
one
get
goal.
it against such strong misses? Oh, the strike shot almost set something up.
Yes, but now she's dead.
Yeah.
The
This
Venom
is
is
going to
level
be
10.
dangerous. The Cod also
Venom-
being very low right now. Here, I got a double KO. And
There's
how
no
are you
way
going to be able to
score
stop
this.
this? Well, not with
Now
that
it's
much
not-
of a sweat if you're Jimbre. Jimbre has
still
been
keeping it
holding
out.
the fort this game, even at such a numbers disadvantage. And here, Cod gets a setup together with Pulse, and Pulse converts off it.
5 goals Piols has scored this match. We are going to go on to
Like-
our possible final match of the tournament.
For sure.
This game, he doesn't die all game, but he scored all 5.
Yep, he does.
Like,
That's how we like to see it.
but we have to be very honest here. KarmaK isn't having his best game. He missed
Honestly,
some. He
I
missed some
feel
of his
like
skills.
the openings Pules is creating together with Kot are that hard to block that you really can't blame Kekle for it. But we've definitely
Well,
seen better games from Kekle.
I think the setup in the corner is very hard, but the 2 goals that were directly in the middle of the goal arc was not handled very well by KarmaK. He didn't have the needed patience and the mind games to beat KarmaK laser, but still.
You have a fair point there, yeah.
Okay,
But
and
this game, still the
Blay-
same comp.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They still have the same team comp.
Yeah, they didn't switch, so it seems that they're confident in their comp here. They probably thought about this for a while, considering they knew they would have to go up against that team in the finals. Here,
I'm very
Pules gets the
sure.
orb from Venom, and Venom is very low right now, isn't really able to contest anywhere. Pules keeping him out with the strike shot, but Kitsune still has control over the core.
Very
Misses
good
the
clear.
kick. Here, Pules gets an opening again. Isn't able to make it happen though.
Jimbre is just clearing
Nice
everything
save.
out the goal right now. Like, his clear and goal is just so hard.
Oh,
Wow,
he
Wow,
timed
nice
the combo.
patience.
The pass got intercept.
Oh,
That
barely
was
misses the
very well
setup.
played.
This is it
Pios
again.
maybe dead right now.
Pules
He
dead,
is,
yep.
yes.
Gets the KO there, 2v3 right now.
When
And now
Peels
Venom might
already,
get a setup here, but Jimbre is impenetrable right now.
when Peels is already, oh, that's a KO on.
Oh, the
Wow,
strike
the
shield
strike
almost
shot.
gets it. Passes to Pules here. Pules gets a setup. Doesn't get to finish it though, but another chance for a setup.
Peels get the orb. Venom has to do his best to keep Peels out of the game right here. A nice Kitsunator, and they managed to get it. Can they score though? Jimbre has been a wall on this tournament.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure. Again, manages to save it, and Colt applying a lot of pressure on the midfield right now. Ooh,
oh, this time Venom says no. You're
and
not getting out of there.
this map is so bad for goalies because you remove so many different clear angles.
You do.
And there it showed like any
And
other map that would have flared.
yeah,
But
and
And
you also had a lot of attacking angles for the forwards using those little cutouts as bounces.
For
but
sure.
but what will they do right now? Venom is on level 4. He's not having the level advantage that Drakkar usually has. How can he kill Peels right now?
Well, he still has the slot to set up for Kitsune. Kitsune gets another orb,
Yes.
extends his level advantage. Kitsune, being a higher level than both of the opposing forwards right now, is definitely be able to make a play out of that.
Peels must be
Almost gets a
dead.
KO on
No!
Fuels, but Fuels
Wait!
stops. And what was that? What
Like,
happened?
if you don't kill him. But Kekle, maybe he got a bit distracted.
Kekle fumbling a little. That's
Yes.
a rare occurrence.
Well, but
Now Kot has an opening. Doesn't get the score though.
still.
Nice defense from Jimbre. Nice wait there. Kot setting up to get back to midfield. And Piels is looking for an opening again. Able
And
to get
it's
it
the
as
slap
well.
again.
Well,
But Kekle was out of position. Well, to be honest, it was not that out of position, but against an SL, you cannot really afford to move too far forward because of her teleport and her like range projectile. But
most
still,
definitely. And he just doesn't seem too aware of it.
And
But at the
Kitsune,
same,
doing a good bait there, leaving Jimbre to let the upper side of the goal open and getting a beautiful strike into the upper corner, getting the core in, reducing the gap out to only a 1 goal gap, so they don't have to worry about the timeout loss.
it's still only 3-2 right now, and everything is still on the table. Field has been positioning so well this game to avoid dying as much as he can.
I really like that laser
And
from
but
Piels
now,
there saving Kot, but he has to pay the price for his own life there as well. Now it's 2v3.
ooh,
Venom almost clears it in and he
ooh,
gets it in. That was such a difficult position. This map is terrifying as a goalie because you don't have any angles you can clear of. You have to go man-on-man, face-to-face with the opposing forward, and that's not something you want to do usually.
Venom is close to level 10 now, and we all know level 10 Drake is a different breed, but
Yup.
still,
And look
And
at
Kitsune
Kitsune,
also
getting those
punching a
combos in,
hole
getting
in
the
their
KOs.
defense right now.
is that the double kill? It is the double
Double
kill.
KO.
But
Can they
Jimray,
convert it into a
1v3.
goal? They can. 4-3 right now. It looks
They
like
were,
they're making a comeback. Blab
yes,
doing a really good job right now.
they were 3-1 down, and now they are 4-3 up. This is a huge comeback for them, and this may keep the champions' hope alive right here.
Yes, it may. We might get a game 3 soon. If they are able to score a 5th goal.
But let's not
And
count out
Fuel,
Jimre's team yet. Fuels has another opening maybe,
but
but gets
he's dead.
KO'd.
Level 10
2v3
Venom.
right now. It's
Drakkar
looking
level
very
10
dangerous.
doesn't let him play the game.
It
Just
seems like
Karma.
Kekle
And
has also found his groove a bit more,
Kekle
applying a lot of pressure.
and
And
Kekle
also,
score. And that's our game 2. What a final we are having right here.
yep.
Going back and think they are being fast games, but they are being close games, but also all exciting games.
Yes,
For sure, for sure.
Venom has been slowly getting back on levels, and when he hit that level 10 mark, there's no running for Pios. Even if he teleport away, the Drakkar is still there to hunt him down. They have to try to win, to score 5 goals as fast as possible before Venom hit 10. They
Yeah.
have to.
It's difficult, right? Because the white team doesn't really have a lot of options in their compositions. They have to play this composition because that's their specialty. So I don't think their composition has a particularly good matchup right now, and it's showing because the longer the game drags on, the more difficult the game is going to become.
Yes, it's
But here,
definitely.
it looks like they're already establishing a lot of control early on, but they are also about to get a KO on Pules. Oh, nice defense from Jimray there. They get a KO on Cot and they get a KO on Pules. But Jimray scores from his own goal. Okay,
That's
that was very lucky.
That is Kai early game movement speed.
Yep, what a slow man.
wow. That was something you don't expect at this moment. Oh well, and that's the setup again with the strike shot. How good is this man?
He is so good. Now,
He's
23 seconds have passed and already 2 goals have fallen, but keep in mind this game is going to get harder by the seconds for Jimre's team.
yes, that is very true. They have to try to score as fast as possible. Venom already level 3. Pio's
Yep,
very low. Pio's already dead. No, almost dead.
almost that. Goals
Nice,
also
nice
being
passing.
particularly low.
And
And here, another setup from Pules.
wait,
Scores the 3-0.
but
This
yes,
can
that
be it, guys. This can be it.
This is such a good position for FFF to be in right now.
They are on the winners. They are on the winners brackets. So if they win this game, there is not gonna be any resets. They are
Yep,
gonna end up taking up the championship.
yep, 2 more
Ooh,
goals, and they completely have game in
you're
the
dead
bag.
though.
Nice defense from Jimre there. And he
Rukio.
has to play
Wow,
2v3
Jiwei had
again.
a KO of his own.
Just play one. Gets
Insanely defense.
it.
Okay, if Peels is the spear that is scoring and winning them, Jimray is their shield that is keeping them from harm's path. Might not
Yeah.
sound good when I say this when he gets scored on, but you guys know how much Jimray has been defending so far.
Use Ying said.
It's Caster's curse, come on.
For real though. But here, it looks like Jimre is quite
What
comfortably
is
holding the fort.
that
And
a
what?
setup again? Kickland
Ekled's
isn't having
fumbling.
his best day today. He lost to every combo of yours. Of course they are good, but surely he has to do better in those cases.
What is happening with Keklai? This is not what we're used to from Keklai.
Yes. Normally he's very patient and very composed.
Yeah. But here Jimre is looking like the number 3 of number 3 global rather than Keklai. And here they might have a scoring opportunity to score the final goal of the tournament. Will they be able to make it happen?
Just one
Jimre
more
clears
goal and they will
again.
be the champions.
Here set up for Cod. Cod
Pio's dead.
uses the Juno slime. It doesn't get to complete the setup. And it gets KO'd by
It's a
Venom
double
here.
kill.
Another
Wait!
look for Juno.
Oh!
Oh, that was insane barrage from Kekle.
Will they score it though? No. Another setup from
Jimre
Pios.
is so good.
Venom
Nice
managed to
R
take
there.
that as well. Okay, but still
Dual
another
stealth
one.
passes and shoots it into the corner. Wow, amazing.
Unreal. Pios single-handedly won this tournament. Of course, Jimray a very important piece as well, and Cod as well. But Pios, how good has this man been in this tourney? It's unreal.
It is. Now, guys, this has been the end of today's tournament of Mega Strikers Community Cup number 0 or number 1. It was the official cast. I am KarmaK. I'm with Dylano and Kidpan. I don't know which one you prefer, sorry.
Kidpan is okay.
Okay, so it was a community tournament. We did this so all of you could watch, could enjoy, and could, get a bit of more perspective onto the team play in Europe. And, if you are not from Europe, you got to know the European players.
Yes, big congratulations to the hexadecimal nerds here. Very strong performance here, completely dominating the tournament from the winner's bracket and showing an incredible final match here.
What were your guys' thoughts on the tournament?
Wow, what a tourney we have had. from Balu's team being knocked out of the tournament, then the run of Nitran, Cookies, and Matthias, and then the final scores from POs. It has been a crazy tournament.
Yeah, for sure. I was not expecting this. For context, Jimbra is a pretty good friend of mine, so I was secretly rooting for their team, and seeing him pop off just made me incredibly happy during this tournament.
Okay, guys, do you have anything you want to say to the stream? Because in a bit, I'm gonna hop on a call with Peels and Jimray, and we're gonna do the winners interview.
Well, if I'm able to promote, follow me on Twitter. That's all.
I
What
have
about
nothing.
you? What about you, Kidpan? Anything?
No, I'm really looking forward to the winner interview though.
Okay, and I will see you guys in a bit.
Wait, we're not doing it right now. We can do it right now.
Oh,
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
they are here. They are here.
Yeah, we're here.
oh yeah, Peels is in this
Peels.
Discord.
Yeah,
And
I
Jimbray is
invited-
also here.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay,
invited
let's
Ray.
go.
Yeah, Kot is from Belarus, so it's like 2 a.m. for him. He needed to go to sleep.
Okay. My first question, Peels.
Yes.
What did you think when you discovered that Paul's team was taken out?
What they discover when what?
What did you think when you discovered that Balu team was taken out?
Like, it was surprising to me they lost. I mean, I knew it was a possibility for them to lose the best of one, right?
Yeah.
You know, Blaze, a really, really good team. You shouldn't underestimate them. And I don't know, I would give them like 30-40% chance to win the best of one against Alex, Balo, and Lama. So I'm not surprised that it could happen because I knew it could happen. And also like it's important to underline that even though Alex, Balo, and Lama lost, that doesn't mean they're bad. They're obviously still a good team. I would still consider them actually the best team that currently we have in EU. No, it's just the best of one format without bans. It definitely suited other teams more than them, including us. So and I think they tilted and lost the match in the lower bracket as well. I hope.
Okay, now. Yeah, no worries. Jimry, I have a question for you. Those saves where you put the core going up and down from both the walls, were they intentional?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah, I try to clear straight up or down very often because sometimes it's the only way to avoid the opponent hitting the ball after you clear it. So ideally, you would hit it up or down straight and then clear it out. But sometimes that fails, of course. But yeah, I try to clear up and down a lot.
Yeah, that's true. That's Jim's signature move that he does really the clears passes really far up.
To be fair, I also do it when it's really bad, but this game I only used it when it was good.
That's your signature move, and I respect you for it.
That almost gives someone anxiety, just looking at the core just 1 inch away from getting scored on and just seeing Paus up and down in the same core, just waiting for the right opportunity. It takes some cool-headedness. So
yeah,
what are you guys' feelings when you won the tournament? Were you expecting it?
No, I was not expecting it. I was gunning for top 3 because I was like, surely we'll lose to the Balu team and to Kekle's team. Those guys are really good, but we ended up beating Kekle team twice, so I guess we won.
Yeah, I mean, I knew we could beat the Kekle team. I knew we had a chance. I wouldn't say if we play a best of 11 or best of 21 and that we'd win. I think actually that more likely than not we'd lose against them. When they were I think it was just a thing about figuring out exactly how they have to play against us. And because we honestly we kind of have a cheese comp with Juno and the style and just trying to score. So there I don't know if you guys talked about the old bracket before the teams were removed.
No.
Yeah, but there was an old bracket plan before the teams were removed because they were inactive and they were playing. And in that bracket, we played the first match against Alex, Balu, and Lama. When I saw it, I will say it will be sad, not gonna lie. I thought, that's the tournament for us. And but if we look at the brackets that ended up being the one, you have to notice that we actually are really lucky with the bracket because we honestly, we like the first harder matchup would be against Alpha Crab, and we were still heavily favored in it. And when we won that, that's top 3 straight away. So we did aim for top 3 with like hope to go further, maybe second place and lose to Balu. Yeah, I mean, I'm really happy we won. It was definitely a nice feeling, especially that they couldn't play in the last tournament.
And what do you think about the experience of playing again on a tournament format, especially you Pils, that you didn't get a chance to play on the prize pool tournament?
Yeah, I mean, definitely, I'm not going to lie. The tournament format suited me without the ones, MNL style one trick basically. Also, if I was playing in a ban tournament, I would learn another character better. But I didn't have to for this tournament, and I could get caught in my team who's a Juno one trick. And we had good synergy together where he had insane pressure. So this tournament format really suited me. I don't think I would do anywhere as well in the prize, the full prizes tournament. I think my team would get top 8 probably. And yeah, I'm happy with the result.
What about you, Jimry? What's your opinion there on tournament format, bans, and how you got to play Kai and keep up that really good pressure and those godly saves that they were just hyping people up? I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, it was very fun. I always like playing the tournament setting. It was very fun for me to try and do so, especially once we got around to the best of threes, of course, because best of threes is really where the matches will shine, where the pressure will rise. But I think we did really well, all things considered, and it was a lot of fun to play.
Okay, now guys, do you have anything to promote before we end this? Shout it out. It's winner's privilege.
Yeah, I want to thank Karma, Dylano, and Kidpan for casting this tournament. I know how it is hard to cast a tournament, and especially I know how hard it is for Karma to direct everything and cast at the same time, because I've been there.
I know.
So thank you guys a lot for casting the tournament. I'm happy that you managed to get the whole stream going for 4 hours.
What about you, Jimry? Anything to say?
Yeah, show some love to your Juno players in your solo queue games, because Juno is definitely a good character here. She really did a good job.
Played insanely well. Cod like Jimmy also, and I also played well.
So don't sleep on Juno, guys.
Yeah, we actually performed well. It can work. Obviously, people would consider our comp cheese. It might really be cheese, but if no one can stop us, then it's at least very good cheese.
Okay. Now, guys, I want to say a big shout out to Retro Sison, because he was the organizer of the tournament. I am purely a caster and the director of the English podcast, but the organizing, the team making, team organizing, everything is between Retro Sison and the French community. So I want to thank you a lot for putting this up, giving the community a chance to play another tournament and to get themselves out there, because we saw a lot of people we didn't know the names of getting a spotlight and getting to show themselves as some good players that we've never heard of, and we are gonna look upon for further growth. But that is gonna be it for today. We have taken your guys' time for a long time now. I know it's getting late for most of you, so I want to thank you all for stopping by. I usually stream Omega Strikers. I usually also cast some screams on the stream. So if that's the type of content you like, then be sure to drop a follow. And thank you for stopping by, and thank you for hosting the community. I hope you all had fun. And I need to do this, so viewer discrepancy warning on audio in 3, 2, 1. Rah!
Rah!
I'm not gonna wake up my roommate.
Yeah, no worries.
You're so lame.
Thank you all for
Alright.
stopping by.
Thank you, everyone.
Have a
Thanks
Thanks
nice
for the
night.
casting, guys.
No worries.
No problem.
Yeah, just 4 hours of work. Good job.
Goodbye.
3.5.